And we are live.
The goddamn moon.
They do, but they know it.
The goddamn
Hi.
moon? What?
Hi.
Zoro's saying that Fast and Furious has gone too far. I was like,
I said it reminds me. It reminds me of Land Before Time, where they made 15 fucking movies, and I'm like, you know what? You should not have gone.
No,
you know what? You know what?
We need
a fucking Land Before Time live action remake. And
live action?
Yeah, Littlefoot voices Vin Diesel. Or no, Vin Diesel voices Littlefoot. There you go. That way he could talk about family as a dinosaur.
I think you had it right. Littlefoot voices Vin Diesel.
Littlefoot voices Vin Diesel.
All right, the weird shit we talk about when we're
but
waiting.
No, Zoro, there's an end. Yep. There's only 2 movies left.
Until we get the Fast and the Furious Jurassic Park crossover.
Yeah.
I'll watch that because dinosaurs.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm telling you, Zoro, you would enjoy these movies because they're anime as fuck.
They're pretty stupid, but
okay, that's just like someone coming up to me saying like, "Hey, you like zombies in anime? Look at this zombie high school anime thing," and I'm like, "No."
I'm not gonna say you're gonna like it. I'm just gonna say
if you watch 5,000 years of One Piece, you could sit through 7 movies.
She likes animes.
Yeah, but I like One
Piece. She doesn't like all of them.
Yeah, not that kind.
To be fair, most anime is trash. Miyazaki even said so. It was a mistake.
Yeah, but Miyazaki's also an
well, it must be true then. I trust Miyazaki.
Yeah, he's also a fucking huge asshole.
It's okay, Zoro. You don't need those movies in your life, but if you get bored and want just mindless action, there you go.
I mean, I'm doing it for.
I'm okay with that.
I'm doing it for research. So when we do the Fast and the Furious campaign, I have notes.
We're not doing no.
No.
Please, no.
I am doing a Blades in the Dark one shot.
Oh, okay, that makes sense if it's Blades in the Dark.
Yeah, because it's a Blades in the Dark mod, and it's Fast and the Furious, and we're gonna put it.
So is it gonna be dark then?
No, we're doing Fast into the Jurassic. Somebody's jumping a car off a T-Rex.
I want to be a part of that only if I get to play as my original Blades character who went with the blue coats, and I get to chase all the other players throughout the city.
There we go. We have
a
rock.
Something tells me the Tyrannosaurus Rex is just going to stomp on everything, and that's going to be the end of it.
The Spinosaurus comes in.
Rex his ass.
So
anyway,
good to be back, guys.
Welcome back to like this jumbled insanity that we call a campaign. So yeah, last time we were here, we were missing 3 people. And because of that, we had a Mean Girls episode and a Joyride.
Yep.
Not my idea, by the way.
I went back to the VOD. You were the first one that mentioned it. That was your idea.
Stop it. That's metagaming.
Stop it. It's metagaming.
Just get to raise you and she'll tell you everything.
But it's not, because you guys had your conversation over the rings.
Yep. And you forgot that there's no closed channels on the rings. Everyone hears everything.
Nerix was just seething the whole time.
There's probably a couple holes in the wall where, like in the tunnel that you were exploring. Just every now and then, she just punches a hole into the wall.
So literally everything you said while on the bikes.
Oh yeah,
we heard.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's
so
very embarrassing.
Before we get into Nerix kicking the door in and just pretty much obliterating everyone for denting her baby.
Yeah, Sarah can't stop this.
There is some information that the 3 of you picked up while you were exploring these caves. The tunnel itself seemed to stretch out for miles. You probably walked about 2 or 3 miles down this tunnel before deciding that it was not something you wanted to continue to do on foot. Maybe you would come back here later on and bring some sort of vehicle to continue going down. But from what you can tell, it went far beyond what you can see. All the while, starting off from where you guys came down, there were a lot of those chained humanoids that were working on the walls. The deeper you got into the cave, the more spaced out it became. Almost as if where you guys were walking through, you were walking to an entrance, and the end where the temple was at was the destination. Try as you might, you couldn't rouse any of these people. They were completely devoid of any emotion. They didn't pay you any attention. They just continued to work the walls. Any means to try to move them or to stop them from mining would cause them and everybody, like all others, like within like a 30-foot radius of them, to start shrieking uncontrollably until they were allowed to work back on the wall again. They didn't respond to any sort of stimulant. You guys could, like, you could punch them, you could stab them, and they would just keep going on. The ones farther down the line as you got into the tunnel looked a bit malnourished. The strikes on the walls a bit weaker than those down over by the temple. Farther you walked in, the more they looked like they were about to collapse from exhaustion. The runes on the walls, you couldn't necessarily derive any information from. They weren't anything that you ever saw or that you read about in any of your studies. The antechamber itself that had those strange sarcophagi with the orb that housed all those inky black tadpoles. You noticed that there was a chamber going into the top of each of them, a small tube that, once you were able to trace it, ran down in a series of crisscross patterns onto the floor where that orb was once levitating over. Taking some time, you discerned that a tadpole would slip out of the orb and go through these tubes into the sarcophagus and then burrow into whoever was trapped in there.
So real quick, were there more tadpoles?
No, the tadpoles, like you found like a pile of tadpoles, but they were dead after Minako stabbed the orb.
Okay, so we didn't find any further holdings of
You
these
didn't find
tadpoles.
Yeah, you didn't find any other of these incubation orbs or anything. Once you all decided that it was no longer worth being down here, you made your way back up to the surface, signaled for your pickup, and you were returned back to Ivy's cave. When you landed, for better or worse, it was good to be home. So walking into the cave, Nirix, you can very well see a nice sized dent in the front plate of your bike. It looks like somebody tried to hide it, but they just didn't know what they were doing.
Yep.
Like, normally you're supposed to angle it away from sight. No, this is just turned right. So if you're walking down the path, you just see that dent. It's clear as day.
Just confirms the conversation I heard.
And as all of you are walking into the cave itself, Ivy kind of gives you a polite wave as she's exiting the house. A small handful of syringes in her hand. She doesn't say much to you. She just continues to walk back towards the cave.
Hi, Ivy.
Oh, hi. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Your friends are okay. We got rid of the invaders in their mind. They just need a bit of rest. They're a little tired.
That's good. Oops, I almost slipped into another character's voice. Sorry.
Mel, what are you doing here?
Yeah, no, it actually wasn't Mel. It
Oh.
was another druid that I play in another game. Okay. Well, do they need any extra healing? Are they okay?
They'll be fine. They need sleep more than anything. Normally, when you have a little worm going about your cranium, it's a bit exhausting, but we got him out before anything bad can happen. I believe the little shadowy one is actually awake. Him and Callie and I think Reiju are drinking right now.
Oh, or out of character. I think it was Zelark, not Reiju, but
Yeah, I'm sorry, Zelark. My bad.
It'll make what comes next hurt less.
Okay, well, at least they're not injured right now, as she watches her sister storming past her into the building.
Yeah.
Seething with anger.
Yep.
I should probably thank you, Ivy. I'm gonna try to mitigate this damage. Bye.
I'm gonna stay right here.
Syra kind of hurries, trying to catch
Snip
up with
pulls out a
Neri.
bag of popcorn.
I am on a mission. I basically didn't even care that Ivy said hi. She's just going.
Okay.
I'll start inspecting the bike. How bad is the actual damage?
Aside from the dent that's in the front plate, the bike is fine. It's just it looks like they were driving through the sand and something kicked up a large rock and it slammed into the plate and dented it.
All right, so
It's
hammer it out.
Yeah, it's minor body work, but you know, in Nerix's eyes,
That's
it's the
not the
principle,
point.
and
That's not the point.
somebody hurt her
Oh,
baby,
no.
so
Not the point.
Yeah, Syra's gonna be a little behind Nerix because she had that conversation with Ivy. So Nerix is entering all on her own at first.
Yeah.
yep. And Nerix,
I kicked that door in.
yeah, you kick that door, and as it swings in, you think you see a brief glimpse of Zelark, but then he's gone, and the bottle of alcohol that he has in his hands just drops and just smashes to the ground.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, he kind of just he just smoke bombed and he's gone.
Neat trick.
And I kind of hold my finger up to my lips at Bernard as I dive under the bed.
Who's in this room right now?
Minako is.
Yeah, Minako's
with
on the
her-
couch.
Yeah, her echo. No, she's at the bar,
Oh.
and her echo's like pouring her a drink.
Responsible uses of your echo. Make it a bartender.
So I can't do it loud, but she's not screaming, but she's saying it loud enough for everyone in the hut to hear, saying, whose idea was it to take my fucking bike?
Fine.
It was yours?
Yep.
Why was that a good idea?
Well, because we needed to go far away if we took it.
So you decided to just take my bike?
Yep.
You didn't want to ask first?
Yeah. People were dying, kind of, kind of like.
Do you know how to drive my bike?
No, but Callie did.
So Callie drove my bike.
Under the bus.
Yeah.
And I yell out for Callie.
She remains hidden. But she's crawled to the edge of under the bed so she can try and see you from where she is. She's not hiding very well.
To 13.
That surprisingly, even though I have a +8 in my stealth, that beats my stealth roll.
Yep. So
Wait, but isn't the bedroom in a separate room?
You push the bedroom door open, and the way that she's hiding, the light coming in from the main quarters just illuminates her eyes underneath the bed.
Ollie? I see you. Get
Oh,
out.
I dropped something. I was looking for it. Hi, when did you come back?
Yeah.
Little bird, we are going to need to work on your hiding.
Yeah.
You never go under the bed. That's the first place they check.
Apparently.
I take it you're the one that put the dent in my bike?
No, not
Vita-
technically. The Rock
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vita was gonna say technically a rock did.
And who drove it into a rock?
Well,
Nature.
I didn't drive it into a rock. The rock just kind of jumped in front of us.
So who here wanted to be the first distraction for me that you all discussed so willingly over the network, by the way?
Oh, right.
So you guys were just gonna sweep this under the rug and just not tell me?
I mean, if nothing happened to the bike, yeah.
That's not the point. You guys took my bike without asking.
But it was to save everyone. They were
So you
being
decided to talk about
infected.
everything over the network except, hey, can we borrow your bike? It's a life or death situation.
I thought life or death situations don't warrant asking that kind of stuff. I mean, we're all in this together, right? We do it.
Apparently not if I'm not part of this so-called team that
You
no
were
one wants
down
to
in a
communicate
cave.
with
What
me.
were we supposed to do? If we walked, we couldn't have made it in time.
I still heard everything while I was down there.
Okay, but my point still stands. I mean, we had to do it. We had to go, and we had to be as quick as possible.
I
They were
get that.
dying.
And how long was it going to take for you to say, hey, life or death situation, we need a bike ASAP?
We didn't.
You'd be
think of it.
surprised. You'd be surprised that I actually would have said yes. I would have.
I don't.
But you guys
doubt
just
that.
took it without asking.
I think you're actually a nice person, but I mean, the problem was there, and we just went.
So Mina
Fair
suggested, and no
comes
one
at
thought
this
to
time.
say, hey, maybe we should ask first.
Oh, Zeller said, "Oh no, stop! Don't do it," and they got on.
No, we didn't think to ask first. We were only thinking about our dying friends and what we had to do to save them.
Point is, you didn't even ask. You didn't even consider asking me when it was something as simple as saying, hey, friends are dying. We have a solution. We need to get there fast.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you guys had a whole conversation the whole time. I don't see why that couldn't just have been said quickly over the network.
I mean, at that point, we were already gone.
Minako over the night was like, "Hey, we had a life or death situation. We're gonna take your bike, and we brought it back in one piece."
You think that's funny?
Slightly.
Sarah's gonna come up behind Nyrix and place a hand on her shoulder. Oh, good. I'm glad everyone has come to an agreement on this. That's very good. Now everyone knows to ask before they borrow things that belong to other people. And we also know that sometimes people make mistakes when life or death situations occur and they get a little panicked, right? So great. Good job, guys. I'm glad everything's all resolved. Who would like some food? Should we get some food? Let's.
About that time, because Minako said something over the network, Snit's gonna go, and remember how she said all she'd have to do to distract Nyrix is make out with Syra? That was fun.
Yeah, also, what the fuck was that?
Snit, not the right time.
So
Snit,
we
you're
just
on the
don't
talk,
we just
dude.
don't even ask to
Mhm.
borrow my stuff. It couldn't have been
Correct.
it could have been a hairbrush. Doesn't matter. The fact is you just took it without even asking. And then you decided to, play the scapegoat with my sister as distraction.
That wouldn't have worked, by the way.
Yeah, nor would have I let that happen.
You would have gotten slapped.
I think
Which that
think
reminds me.
that was just a joke,
Syra,
though.
What?
please take these from me, and she gives you her magical tome and the and her sword.
Why?
Because I am going to hurt people if you don't take these away from me.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have them then.
I would say the
Eh.
same for me, but I don't need my weapons to hurt.
Now, okay,
You
guys.
also mindful where you put your hands next time.
Okay, so everybody, I'm feeling a lot of hostility today. Maybe we should all just come together, talk about what each other figured out, and let's figure out our next steps, and let's just all calm down, have a drink. Zelark is passed out, but that's okay. Looks like he has a full bottle next to him.
Oh no,
So-
Zelark's nowhere to be
So he
seen.
bamfed out.
Oh, he's
smoke
bamfed
bombed.
out?
He
Okay.
smoke bombed and dropped the alcohol.
He basically said, "Shit, it's the cops," and bamfed out.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then X-nay that. But look, there's alcohol. Let's all just have a drink and have a chat calmly while sitting down, maybe in a circle. I've got some herbs that are really great. Everyone just chill.
I got some weed.
Cyrus starts burning sage mixed with something you're not sure what it is. See, let's all just calm down. Come on, it's okay, Callie. Come
Oh
on.
no, you wanna go the biggest kicker of this whole thing?
How can we sit down first?
Bigger than
Fuck.
betraying trust.
It goes beyond that.
Snake,
You might
can
want to
come in
ask
here, please?
about how the she-elf kind of let a lich get away with a piece of the puzzle we're all looking for, and stop just shy of telling them where your grandma is.
What the
Let's
fuck
sit
happened in the
down
last 24
now.
hours?
Everybody in the living room, sitting
See,
down
Sarah,
now.
This is why I give
Now.
you my weapons.
Syra
Thank you.
rage.
In the room now, all of you.
Family meeting.
Snit family meeting. Come in.
God.
So once everyone is gathered, Syra basically will push on shoulders to get everyone sitting down if she has to.
Okay.
Where's Zelark? Zelark. We'll fill him in later. Okay.
Vanished. He was really drunk anyway.
Okay. Bernard, he's awake. You rest. Go. Lay down. You need to rest. We'll figure this out.
I just want to see where this is going. I mean, I'm fine.
Okay, but you stay calm and rest.
And don't instigate, Bernard.
Me? When do I
Yes,
ever
you.
instigate?
Oh, come on.
I'm offended.
All right. Now, Mina. Let's start with that. But actually, hold on. Reiju, would you
That's not
care
on
to
me.
elaborate on this craziness Mina's talking about? I'm sure that she's mistaken, right?
Wink, wink.
You hear snoring over the ring.
No, she woke your ass up. I gathered everyone in the living room, so your ass is woken up and dragged in the living room by that point.
Do you know where I am?
Where? Well,
If
you were
not,
in the
Nyrx went
garage,
hunting for
right?
you.
Yeah. We find
mean,
you. We drag
You
you.
guys
in the room.
heard the whole conversation. You know where she'd be.
Okay, fine. We'll do this the hard way. We look for Reiju. Do we need to roll for this?
No.
Not really. No.
If you do a scouring of the house, you'll find her asleep on like Snit's workbench, drilling a little, like on a drawing she was making.
Okay. I shake you awake. Do you
Yeah.
wake up? Reiju, meeting in the living room, please. Hi.
Oh, hi,
wake up.
Sarah.
Hi. Come on. We're meeting. Come on.
Sure. Okay. Ugh. Okay, and I'm up. And
Sit
I'm
down.
over the. Yes.
Okay, so Mina said some crazy stuff about you revealing things about my grandmother and something about the pendant.
Oh, I didn't say
Um,
about your grandma. I said
Yes,
stop
you
short
did.
of it. I said stop short of.
Whatever. I'm sure that's all weird. Just
Did
exaggeration.
we start from when we got to the boneyard?
Sure.
And after the fight with the spider, the abomination that it was.
Okay.
Nyrx, you would have loved fighting it, by the way.
Yeah, what happened? Explain the undead conversation that you had. What happened there?
Alright.
What was the exchange?
So after the spider died, we realized Callian was incapacitated, and apparently she was paralyzed. So Zellark pulled her over towards the spider so that he could keep an eye on her while he fixed on getting the poison from the spider. Mina wanted me to help out with that, but I wanted to talk to the cloaked figure in blue and black,
Mm-hmm.
who was off looking at some blue crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I went up, just kind of trying to listen to what he was saying because he was muttering something and it looked like magic was being done. So I didn't want to interfere.
Mm-hmm.
He asked, it's rude to stare and all this other stuff. So I was like, all right. What are you doing? He's like, well, trying to get through this. And it's like, it was starting to glow. I was like, oh, because of this. And I showed my pendant. He asked for it, gave it some thought, passed it over. He pressed it against the crystal. It blew up. Sounded really bad. But then he
Wait,
grabbed,
But you
Your
gave
pen-
this important piece just over to a stranger.
You just handed it over.
he passed back my pendant.
You still just passed it over freely to a stranger
didn't-
when these are important.
First off, I do not go making my business to just kill somebody for no fucking reason.
Okay, why are you killing people? We just said
Because
you probably
Mina
shouldn't hand things
wanted me to
over.
run him through.
Okay, well, minus that, Mina probably shouldn't just. Don't kill strangers. We agree on all that.
No,
But-
we don't.
I had a conversation with him.
Okay, that's fine. What made you trust this person enough to hand over something that so powerful as bringing back
First
our
off-
world?
Powerful?
Yeah.
These are keys.
Okay, that's
To
good
a
to
very
know.
powerful item that we're looking for to hopefully help restore the world back to where it was.
Yeah.
Isn't our whole goal out
Powerful.
here to collect these keys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, here's the best part.
I
Come
just
on,
would
Reggie.
love to know what
Look,
made you trust.
I
what-
said we have some of them. I said,
Why would you say that?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Again.
Why would you give
Okay.
that freely?
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So, wait, no, hold on. This
Would you like to listen to
creature-
the story or do you want me to walk away?
All right, we're listening. We just had some follow-up.
I know you're
questions.
angry. I know you're upset. I know you're confused.
Whoa,
I would like
Reiju.
to explain myself in full. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. We just had questions along the way. Is it okay to ask questions, or would you rather just?
As a matter of fact, it
Monologue.
is. However,
Okay, then
I just
monologue.
put
We'll
I
ask
just pull
after.
over a scrap of parchment and some ink. Write down your questions. I'll answer them as I come up to them. It's a little hard for me to think right.
Huh?
I said we were on our way to the next one. I didn't say where. For all I know, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about any of you. Other than you're mostly nice. Mina, you just like fighting people. Callian, you were a messenger, and honestly, you're a good person. Snit, turns white. Nyrix, we were afraid. And Zellark is an alcoholic, as far as I can tell. But anyway, so I say this, and then I asked a few questions. Like, what they were. See if he actually knew. And as a matter of fact, he does know what they are. I didn't know what they were. So how are you all in the know of knowing that these pendants are actually keys? I didn't know that. I didn't know they went to a vault. I didn't know they went to a powerful item that apparently has magics that can literally change the world. I didn't know it was that.
That's.
I didn't
good.
realize.
You got
that's-
information.
Yes. Also, I kind of learned a little bit about myself too.
Okay, can you calm down a little bit? Because we're just having a conversation. No one's yelling or accusing. We're just confused because.
I'm just a
we're trying
little
to
upset about
understand
how
what
Mina is
happened.
handling the whole thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm listening to you. we have some disagreements with how easily you trusted this person. So we were just wondering, I was wondering, what about them? And you said they had information, so that's good to know.
Yeah,
Like
they had information.
you knew that they knew
about
more.
what they were.
Okay.
So also they work for a collective.
What organization? What are they called?
The collective.
Oh, that's simple.
Yeah, pretty simple. And apparently he's undead, but he's not a lich. Apparently he took offense to that word, lich. What's a lich?
Lich are real bad, so it's good he's not one of those.
Okay.
Undead aren't
fair
any
enough.
better.
Yeah.
Well, he had a mind of his own. He wasn't hostile at all. He was just a little standoffish because strangers, as you do in the deserts.
Okay.
He
Oh.
he mentioned that we wouldn't be able to find the pendant normally because he goes to a dangerous place for anything that is not undead. Does that sound something?
Sounds like he's from a different realm, maybe.
Or maybe from the south? Did the undead walk around the south without a problem?
No, that's more likely.
So another thing, and this is more of a personal thing on my end. Apparently, drow aren't natives here, so my search is not going to be needed to be done. So my time's freed up for.
Wait, drow aren't what?
Not from this continent.
Oh,
So yeah. So my search here is at an end. It's on
Oh.
pause, so I can focus more on what everyone else needs.
huh.
And apparently, my family is not related to the incident from them either, as far as I can tell.
That's well, I mean, you can't trust one stranger fully
That's-
on their word, but
Eh,
or
the
their
fact that
knowledge.
he's-
They
the
might
f-
not know everything about.
it's fair. He said he was actually from before the cataclysm happened.
So I mean, maybe they just don't know what your family's involvement might have been. I mean, one person that has a little bit of knowledge doesn't mean that they have all the knowledge.
It's
So
true.
keep
It's
that in
true.
mind. But
Yeah,
we know more now than we did before. You still have your pendant, right?
I still have mine. He was kind enough to give it back.
So
At-
we
at that
didn't
point-
actually give anything away apart from the fact that we know where some are.
But now this
All-
collective
all-
knows that
Yeah.
we have more, and we're hunting.
Yeah.
Are we glossing over the fact
Oh,
that
here's the other thing I learned. Apparently, I was being hunted before I ever knew.
You were being hunted.
Apparently they've been looking for a nondescript drow wandering the wastes.
Probably because you
Okay.
have the pendant.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But at least now I know I'm being hunted.
Did they
beforehand.
say did they say what their purpose is with the pendants? Why they needed it?
They actually they did mention something strange. He mentioned the capability of the power, how powerful it is. If you could revert everything back to how it could go back to before the cataclysm, it could. However, there is a drawback. That amount of power comes at a cost.
Okay.
And at that, she just kind of stops for a moment.
Well,
Okay,
it's
so
good to know.
on one hand, good thing, more information.
Mhm.
Sounds like you got a decent amount of good
Yeah.
information.
I know.
But
I
on
know.
the
I'm,
other
I,
hand,
I know I'm not Gaius. Like I know I'm not an info broker. I tried my hand, and it failed horribly apparently.
So
well, you got good information, but on the other hand, you told somebody that was looking for the pendants that we have
yeah.
a
Yeah.
bunch.
And they
So-
said that our paths may cross again. So
Yeah,
Oh,
because
I
they're
can
probably
almost
going to kill us
guarantee it.
for them.
right, or we could
Yeah.
barter.
No,
Are we
there's no
gonna-
bartering.
are we gonna gloss over the fact that you let him take the one that was on the wall?
What?
No. Inside that gem was another pendant. That's how he has it.
The gem that they had.
The gem that was in the wall that he was closer to. Yeah. that
Okay,
he
so did you
used to-
barter for that one then?
Did you ask him for it? What he would want for it? Anything?
Honestly, I was too caught up in arguing with Mina to really focus. So no.
Oh, well, he said he'd find us again.
He and probably the
Good.
collective.
Great.
So the rest of
Well,
his crew, knowing that we're hunting for them, when I'm a little lost here because I thought the whole point of everyone following along was to find these key pendants and restore the world. And
It
we're
is.
just giving this information away to strangers. It's our lives are at stake.
So, Reiju, maybe I think what everyone's trying to say is that you need to
In
be
the future, be more careful with my mouth. Okay, I get it. Thank you.
Reiju,
I do appreciate it. I'm just
do you understand that that's important?
after the fact. Yes,
Okay.
hindsight is 2020.
Can I
It was
ask
not-
you, do you think that you were being manipulated in some way to reveal so much to someone you don't know? Is that normal for you to reveal so much to people you just met?
I'm used to going to a bar back in the city and just listening. I don't get to talk much.
I just want to know if you're under their influence at all. Do you mind if I take a look at you?
Go ahead. Yes, please do. I
Okay.
seriously doubt it though. I didn't feel weird, other than the weird necrotic feeling in the field. I don't think that really matters though.
Snit, you want to help me with an arcana?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm going to let's see here. I think I have guidance.
No, you do. You do arcana. I'm gonna do medicine. Is what Sarah wants
Oh,
to
yeah.
go for.
Go ahead and give me the
I'm going to give myself guidance on that.
I'm gonna cheat and do it myself.
I've got a dirty 20 for medicine to check her out in terms of like if there was like some sort of pheromone or like, you know, basically anything chemical or medical that might have influenced Reiju, that residues that might be around her.
At this point in time, there doesn't seem to be anything affecting her.
Okay.
Though given the amount of time that has passed, could possibly have already run its course through her system.
Okay.
But at the moment, right as rain.
Just because that's what Sarah would check for, because it sounds really weird what happened.
21 for Arcana.
Same
All
thing.
things added.
There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her. But again, with the time that's passed, spell effect could have already worn off.
I mean, it doesn't really look like it, but
Yeah.
it's been so long, you know, it could have been something magical, but it's been too long to really tell.
Same. I'm not sensing anything medically different with you. It's just weird. So
I didn't feel terrible when I was over there. It's just that weird icky feeling from the necrosis of all the
Well,
boneyard. That's about
Okay.
it.
Not everything magical would make you feel bad. You know, you might just
There's a lot I don't
Not even
understand about
notice.
magic, and yet I still can use it. It's weird.
well, if it was just a decision you made, just be more mindful of what you're giving up, and that what you say impacts our mission and impacts others, and that maybe we shouldn't take people at face value.
And it was really good to find out that you were being hunted, but that should throw up a lot of red flags on your end. Like they knew your race without knowing anything else about you. They knew that you were wandering the waste, so they have some way of kind of figuring out generally where you are, and now they know that we have more of the pendants. Whatever level of priority they were giving us before, trust me, we just got knocked up a lot.
We have
higher
another
on that
enemy
list.
to look out for, or a potential maybe ally, depending on what their goals are. So we need to handle this with caution. If Reiju, you'll have to take point on this, since you've already made a point of contact and you kind of established a friendly rapport with it, so hopefully they won't do a straight up attack if they think that we'll just hand shit over, and that could work in our favor. Not
If we can
saying we
make
will,
something- Yeah.
but we might be able to either barter with them or trick them if we have to. If they're trying to trick us, at least we're onto it. If they think that we're all like you, your decision's so open.
One thing is for certain. When he suggested that everything could be restored, something kind of went through my head.
What?
It's not that it should be restored back to the way it was. It's that it should be able to move on and heal.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So, out of those two options, I want to hear it from every single one of you. Would you rather they go back 202 years, or would you rather life move on after the fact?
I'd never thought it was like going back in time. I always thought
Oh,
it
it's
would just
not.
prime the land.
As far as I know, it's not going back to the land, but erasing that amount of history. Like
No,
there is a caveat to using this power, yes?
I didn't think it was erasing what happened. I thought it was just restoring the land to the way it was.
That's just it. We don't know.
Oh, that's a good thing to consider. Definitely don't want to go back.
The basics of it is there's a lot of information that we need that we don't know.
Yeah.
But we also need to make sure that we're keeping things close to the chest.
Yeah.
Or
But
that if we do
Ranger-
give information, it's not for free. It's at a cost to others, so we can get some in return.
Right.
I don't
Ranger,
want to pile on to all
it's-
of this, but sorry to cut you off, Snit, but
No.
there's something that does need to be mentioned here that I think is really, really important. This guy, whoever he was, whatever he was, he does now also have your first and last names, Rachel.
What?
Yeah. Remember how I said I mentioned my family?
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I may have been orphaned, but I still have my full name. It's only right that all of you should know it too.
Okay.
It'll
make divination type of stuff easier.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Well, there's magics that can basically pinpoint your exact location now because they.
Yeah.
They've seen
You've
you-
noticed that Reiju's realization of what's happened just suddenly get like darker, more
Yeah.
suffering, more suffering.
Syra
Yeah, like
It's
goes
just
over and
like-
pats you on the shoulder.
Raiju's just like, oh fuck.
There's
no,
a
it's
difference.
it's
between-
like oh no.
There's a
oh,
difference between
shit.
gathering information and
fuck.
oversharing.
It was then that she knew she fucked up.
And hearing Snit say that now magic can pinpoint you, Callie's eyes go like really wide because in her mind she was like, oh well, he has her names, so he can look her up in the bureaucratic systems now.
I'm not in the bureaucratic
No,
systems,
there's-
thankfully.
Yeah, there's certain magics that picture some higher druids can do this. Picture like a floating eye that you can't really see. Sometimes you can sense, but not always. And it can see and hear
Like you're
everything
being
around
watched.
you.
Like you're being watched.
It could
Yeah.
happen right now.
That was the sensation I also felt back at the boneyard.
Well,
Hmm.
that
Oh,
being
no.
could have been there because you were in that area. We don't
Okay,
know.
Well, I guess it doesn't help that when I
oh.
actually first noticed that it was burning on my chest, that I pulled it out, and
Oh,
then the line
everyone?
showed between it and the pendant.
Everyone,
Yeah.
we need to stop talking about things we wouldn't want other people to know until we can talk to Gaius about this. when
Now
he
that we
wakes
know
up.
that. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
You don't
That's-
give
yeah.
information out. I don't care how friendly the face is. No information.
So,
No talking to grandma.
Look, Raju, you're very sweet and all, but there's a difference between not killing strangers and basically giving away the farm, as it were.
Ah,
I think Reiju understands.
Around this time, there's a soft knock at the front door.
Minako
Weapons
will
out.
go open it. Yeah, Minako will go open it.
And Ivy's standing there with like a large basket with a soft napkin underneath it, and inside there are just like all these muffins with like the steam coming off them. They look like they've been freshly made. I thought after a hard day you might need a little something sweet to calm your nerves.
How many muffins are there? How many
I
muffins are
aspire
there?
to be you.
It's full. Like
Ivy,
Ivy, come in.
Let's
Thank you
go.
so much.
this cave wouldn't happen to be protected against divination, would it?
why would I have a cave that's protected against divination?
Hey, remember when I said the
Oh, just
20
asking.
years overseers?
My name is Reiju, Minako.
I wouldn't worry about that. Most people nowadays don't even know what divination magic is. I'm surprised you do.
What the undead?
Right.
Most undead can't even talk, let alone cast spells. You're fine.
Mm.
She comes in. She sets the basket down like in the center of the room.
Minako's just gonna walk out the house.
Muffins, everybody. And Sarah's gonna grab a muffin. These smell really good, Ivy. Thank you.
On a much lighter note, we did get our skiff back.
Oh, that's great news, Callie.
Oh yes. My husband is working on it for you right now. It should be ready by morning.
Oh, he's great.
Oh,
We can set out.
By the way, dears, do not worry about divination magic. Even if they have your name, that's only one part. Most of the time, they need something that belongs to you as well.
Wait,
Oh, really?
did you hear everything?
Unless they've met you.
Oh no, they just asked about divination magic. So
Because I've heard you can also picture the person if you've met them in your mind clearly.
it's a lot easier if you have something that belongs to them.
That's true.
Like
Wait,
stronger.
But like
stronger
a
ones-
hair could have been taken. We don't know.
Yeah, but
No.
Reiju, can I see your pendant?
Yeah, it's right here.
it's the pendant.
I'm
Right.
going to inspect that it's authentic as much as I possibly could.
It's authentic. It's the pendant that she's
Okay.
always had.
I don't know.
Did-
I'm still gonna
Did
worry
he
about
touch
it.
you? Did he?
No,
take
he was
anything
actually
from you?
very adamant about not being approached or approaching me. We just kind of threw things across from each other.
That's good.
So probably why he didn't smell bad if he was undead.
But if they've been hunting you, they already know how to track you anyway. But maybe we
I
don't have to
mean-
worry about divination magic. We'll
That's
Just-
fair.
be cautious
Oh.
as much as we can, but let's not make ourselves insane crazy about this.
Mm.
All right.
It's
so-
a little late for Snit. For anyone who's noticing, his eyes are shifting back and forth.
He's like scanning the room for like any invisible things.
So
somebody
let's-
planted a
This
bug
is
in the
Shadow
house.
Games.
Somebody planted a bug in the house. You find a little like camera hidden in the cookie jar.
Ivy, is there anything we can help you with? You've been so hospitable to us
Oh,
and
no-
helping us.
No, dear.
and your husband.
I'm fine. I'm just happy to have a little bit of company. Sometimes being out and about on your own is a bit lonely, but I'm
Well-
just getting on by.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Everybody, I think we should just kind of relax and head out in the morning. Does that sound good to everyone? We'll keep to the plan, try to find you know who from my neck of the woods.
Oh, actually, that's a good question. What are the customs for new people coming into the territory?
Oh, everyone
will.
is welcome.
There's
There
no
are-
bowing. There's no
No.
handshake I have to learn or nothing like that.
No.
We don't do that here.
Exactly.
No,
It's just before I
everyone
make a
is
fool of myself.
welcome. No, I mean
Okay.
that's good of you to ask, but no, everyone's very welcoming.
Okay.
Real quick,
She'll kind
Snit's
of
gonna,
do a glance at Nirix, but
Eric storms off at that point.
Snit's gonna walk out the front door looking for the skiff.
And the skiff is out there and probably about a good 20 feet away from the bike.
Yeah, you see Minako standing over there as well.
And you can see him just happily working away at the skiff, replacing the boards and making sure that the mast is secure.
This guy is
if the
pretty
sails need
mechanically
any,
inclined.
Yeah, it looks like he knows his way around repairing a sand skiff.
Okay, I have. Smith's gonna walk up to him and be like, you. It looks like you're doing a really good job. I kind of had some modifications in mind. Do you think you could help me with them?
It depends on the modifications you had in mind and how much time you have.
Unfortunately, it sounds like we need to get going in the morning, but maybe we could just get started.
I'm happy to listen while I work. I'll see what I can do and give my expert opinion on where you can procure certain materials. This looks like a basic everyday run-of-the-mill sand skiff. Nothing too special
I
about it.
want to change that.
What were you thinking about changing?
So I'm not gonna say it out loud because if this happens, I want it to be a surprise. But I'll send you a DM. But in the moment,
Well,
he's
gonna respond in kind, because like if you give him the specifics of what you're trying to find, he can actually point you in the right direction of where to find this stuff.
So let's do the work on this now. More where I can find the material components I need to make stuff happen.
Okay.
Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, like he doesn't, because for any of like the big projects you have, it's gonna take some major downtime to be able to do it.
Yeah. No, I get that. I was hoping that maybe he had something special up his sleeve that made him work harder, faster, or something. I don't know.
No, you looking at his tools, they're just basic tools. Nothing special about them. Now, if you're looking for any sort of like to upgrade anything, you would be better getting a different skiff.
Like maybe starting from scratch.
Starting from scratch and getting something that isn't so common. These are just basic point A to point B skiffs. If you need something that goes faster, or you need something that you want that it feels like it's actually hovering over the sand instead of tearing through it, so you're going to need different builds. Thankfully,
So
most
its eyes go wide at the hovering over the sand part. Like super wide. Where do I get one of those?
one of the sand gliders.
Yeah.
Well, there is a town not too far from here. Well, I say not too far from here, but it's a little bit of a journey, but you should be able to make it there in a week or two. It's down in the southwest of the deserts.
Do you have any basic understandings of how they work?
Well, the wood that the skiff is created out of is a very light material. It also seems to be, I don't want to say living, but almost of that. They've got, the crafters down there have access to a small forest that they use to create these sand gliders.
Huh. Okay.
But they are much lighter than your average skiff, so it allows them to handle and move a bit sharper than everything else, though they are a bit flimsy when it comes to collisions. So I would make sure that you had a capable pilot before you purchased one of these. As
Also,
having
maybe some reinforcement might be possible.
they've tried
Keep it light.
they've tried reinforcement in the past, but that just tends to end up making the skiff itself front heavy.
Okay. Well, maybe I can describe the characteristics to the druids and they can point me at materials. Otherwise, what's the name of this town?
The name of the town where the ultralights are at.
Yeah.
That is First Dawn. It's a
First
small.
time?
Yes, it's a small city founded by a group of druids who wanted more of a permanent residence. Not like
Sarah would like to know about that.
not like the nomadic but not like the nomads that wander about from oasis to oasis. They've carved out a small little corner of the desert for themselves.
All right, I'll leave it at that, but I'll shoot you a DM about what Snit's thinking so we can make preparations off screen for that. But yeah, Snit will make a note to tell Syra about this city of druids. So I'll just stay out there and help him with the
Okay.
skiff repairs.
So you're gonna spend time with them, like making repairs to the skiff.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if I can hammer out that dent out there, I'll do that too.
Go ahead and give me a Tinker Tools roll to see if you can actually hammer the dent out, or if you're just gonna make it worse.
I am proficient. I have Tinker's tools. And what stat am I basing this off of? Dex or intelligence?
We'll go intelligence, because this is more trying to correctly work something out in order to make it look good as new.
That's going to be a 25.
25. It takes you all but 15 minutes to repair the dent. Like, aside from the way it looked, it was minuscule body damage.
So that's it for me for now.
Okay. Is anybody else taking time to do anything throughout the day? Or are you
No,
just...
Mirgo's just hanging out outside.
Zelark is gone, so I can't continue having a breakdown with him. So,
How's everyone doing on potions and salves?
Actually, that's
I don't think anybody drank any potions yet.
I still have the flask from the ball.
I still have all of the salves that you gave to me previously.
Okay.
I am unfortunately still in the single digits, so more would be always great.
Why? So
Alright.
you could just never
Everyone's
use them?
as soon as you get the double digits,
Still
you
in the
stop.
single digit.
Yes, and I hoarded them until the most, like, the last few boss fights on our Tuesday game, and I passed them out like candy. You're welcome, because I had enough. I
How many
hoarded
yellow
enough.
cells do you have?
Zora using the ancient RPG strat of just collect all potions and use them in the final
I
battle.
think we're
Yep.
okay.
Rojan.
Yeah.
How much time would all of what I just said I did take? Like, is this early in the morning of the day, or is this before going to bed kind of thing?
That would necessarily be up to you when you want to go out there and work with them.
Well,
Because
like, I
when
didn't
you
have a time
guys
frame. What time of
when
day
you guys
was it?
when you guys got back, it was like midday. It wasn't. It
Okay.
was you guys. It was still early in the morning. Because the whole trip from the to Ivy's cave to the camp, your investigation, and back maybe was a spur of 5 hours.
Okay. So, how long would you say it takes me and him to repair the skiff?
He's gonna be making sure everything is in tip top, so he's working throughout. He's gonna be probably working until like the sun sets.
Okay, then that's all I'll do.
I would like to. I'm gonna go up to Reiju. Reiju, do you mind if I sit with the pendant for a couple of minutes? I just want to check it out and make sure nothing was cast on it.
Sure.
And also see if I can learn a little more about it.
Pulls it out, puts it on the ground,
And
pulls out the scrap leather that showed like the outlines as well, just to make sure
Okay. I'm gonna cast detect magic just to
Oh, there.
kind of learn a little, see if anything pings that's different than expected, or
So
see what kind of magic it is, because I've never tested it before.
when you cast detect magic, there is definitely divination magic on the pendant itself.
Okay.
But that you have a feeling that that's more of like the location beam and whatnot to figure out where the other pendants are at.
Okay, I'm tying that to its ability to kind of
Yeah.
connect to the other pendants. Okay. And there's kind of nothing else that I'm detecting on it? Any other kind of magics?
Nope, just
Okay.
the divination.
Okay. So after I'm done, I'll hand it back to Reiju. Seems fine.
Thought so too. So just put it back on, roll up the strap, and I'm gonna have some water. He grabs a muffin and just sits over by the bar. It's a weird, fucked up day already. And it's only a half day.
It's okay. I think that conversation went better than it could have, so
I was half expecting Yerix to just tear this place apart, in all honesty. But that's just.
she just wanted to make a point.
Yeah. I'm glad she's a lot nicer than we originally thought.
She just always looks like that. People always assume she's gonna like destroy everything.
I know she's the analytical type. Like, she likes to think about things ahead of time and actually do things in a proper manner. It's just.
It's okay.
It does come off a little weird.
She can't help it. When she was younger, other kids used to think the same thing about her, and it's kind of a sore point. So
I only really remember one time she actually like broke facade, and that was way back, our first night together. You remember the fight with the mushroom lady?
yeah.
She showed emotion, which is the first time I've seen it, at least.
Well, showing emotion can get you killed, she says. Something our dad taught her. So they both tend to be pretty stoic, but they're both big softies underneath. You just gotta get to know them.
Fair. What was your dad like?
Oh, my
Your
dad?
Yeah.
Well, he was like Nurix. They're both blood hunters, and he was tall, and Mom would call him dreamy.
Of course she would.
They had this crazy romance. She saved his life one time when he was injured, took on something bigger than even he could handle alone, you know? And she helped him out, and they kept running into each other and eventually fell in love. But he's very strong and very quiet and stoic and stuff. But once you get him talking on something he likes, he never shuts up. And him and Nurix have a really special bond. But he was always good to me too. It's just I didn't see him very much, but he let me climb all over him. It was great. He was this big tall thing to climb on.
Fair enough.
I miss him. I'm worried about him, but we'll find him.
Worried about him?
Yeah, he's missing.
Oh, right. He's part of the order. Probably off doing something awesome.
We're trying to find him. It's not like him to be gone this long, but something's up. But Nurix and I will figure it out, and hopefully you guys can help us.
I hope I can too. That same spell that you tried to use on yourself when you got bitten by those husks. I somehow learned to do that as well.
That's great, Reiju.
I still don't understand how though.
Okay, you want to practice?
Harry.
We can practice.
Sure.
Okay.
That's not good.
Not a practicer or practitioner. It comes out of. You've noticed my tattoos, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them go bright and then dim and then bright and then dim?
Really cool.
Yeah, that's whenever I use it. It's like whenever I think about something, they'll It's not like a, oh, you hit the right mark. It's more of a, oh, you have this. Go do it.
That's good. We'll make sure you can bring it forth when you can. But if you want some help, just let me know. We can always go over it.
She will actually tell you that if you ever see them go completely dim, give it like 5 minutes. It's like something strange happens with it.
Okay. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what Sarah wanted to do. I think for the rest of the day, if Reiju wants help practicing her magic, she'll help her do that. And then, yeah, she'll try to see if there's any other rituals I want to do. Nope. She's gonna spend probably the rest of the day in quiet meditation.
Okay.
Unless
you
someone
enjoy
comes
it?
up to her to talk to her or something. That's what she's gonna do. Outside.
What about Callie or Nerix? You guys doing anything?
I think Nerix is burning the house down.
Callie, someone like, someone barbecuing? Smells like chicken
Somebody
in here.
making a roast chicken?
No, Nerix is frustrated. She hangs out by her bike for a while, just kind of deep in thought, just kind of tracing the burn marks on the back of her hand for a bit, until she finally, after probably like an hour, just pops on her goggles and takes her bike out for a drive. Doesn't go far, just
How far do you go?
she'll probably go for maybe half a mile just to get far enough away and just kind of do her therapy that not even Syra knows this. Her therapy is to just kind of go out and just kind of free her mind, just get away from everything that's like angering her and everything. And she just screams out into the wind, and it's just exhilarating and therapeutic to her. So she just kind of just wants to just do that. Maybe for funsies.
Flooring
if
it,
there's
flooring it, screaming, and all of a sudden you get a bug in the throat.
yeah.
She's doing donuts or spins on the bike.
Well, she always knows to put up her scarf because of that. So, her mouth is covered.
Okay, so even if you are going out half a mile, I'm going to need a vehicle handling check,
Okay.
and then I'm going to need percentiles.
Okay. Where's my vehicle hand? Okay. That is a nat 20 for 27 on vehicle handling.
Okay. So no rocks hit your car. You hit your bike.
Nope. That's a D8. Nope.
Yes, roll a d8 for percentiles. Not what can go wrong.
Yeah. Right. That is a 64.
A 64. Okay. So as you are riding your bike, off in the distance, probably about a day's worth of travel away, you can see a massive sandstorm rolling across the horizon. Like, not necessarily putting you in any sort of danger as it's going left to right, but this is one of those sandstorms that are going to destroy or have the ability to destroy whatever is unfortunately in their path.
Does it look like it's in the direction, any of the directions left or right, that we were planning on going the following day?
Well, if you're still heading towards the oasis, it's directly through your path.
Okay. So it would halt us for a while.
Depending, it may pass by the time you guys are ready to leave in the morning, but
Yeah.
at the moment there is just one hell of a sandstorm out.
Okay. She'll make a note of it, and when she eventually goes back and retires to her room because she doesn't want to see anyone, she will tell Syra at least, and probably Snit outside if they're working on the skiff, just in case they want to test ride it. She's just like, there's a sandstorm, and just keeps walking.
big
And she
one?
pretty much
We have,
spends the rest
like,
of the
a
time.
communal-
What was
What?
that?
I think we have a communal bedroom.
Yeah, everyone has one bedroom.
Oh, then I'm still brooding behind the building until
Okay.
it's evening. So yeah, but she takes her bike out probably for like a good hour or so.
Okay.
Upon coming back, Minako will do a not Minako thing and apologize. But she's not sorry. Like, she's sorry that they didn't ask, not that they took the bike.
Sorry, not sorry.
That's
Yeah.
big for Mina.
And she would take her ring off her horn and tucked it away because she's not letting anybody hear it.
I was about to say, what ring on her? Oh, right. I forgot that's where you put it.
That's because doing this is fucking stupid when I could just have it up here.
That's why
Yeah.
Nyrix converted hers to be a piercing.
Yeah, it was either a piercing or something hanging from your hair.
Yeah, it was her earring. That way, when she has her goggles on and everything, it was more practical to her to have it as jewelry instead of or an earring instead of something in her hair. Because while she's
Right.
driving, she can freely talk into it without going, wait, hold on.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense.
So it's just easier for her to have it in the ear.
So once everyone else has gone off to do their things, Callie is going to go back to the bedroom. She's going to close the door behind her. And she's going to wait there for a moment to make sure nobody's following her into the bedroom. And when it feels like it's clear, she's going to go over to the bed that Gaius is in.
Okay.
And she's going to go through his stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Oh, right. Callie's terrible at investigation. Why do I try to do anything with you, Callie? 8.
You know, for a character that you use to snoop around a lot, you don't have really good snooping around
She's
skills.
really, really good at like stealth and sleight of hand and insight and perception, but like investigation type stuff, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got an 8.
An 8.
Okay, can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, of course.
I suppose.
It's Gaius. You don't think he has a booby trap on there?
Oh, of
It
course
didn't
he does.
immediately occur to me, no.
Yeah.
That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So
I mean,
you
we did
put
forget about the
you put your hand in and you just feel this instant just sting at the back of your hand. As you pulling it out, you can see that there's a puncture mark that's kind of like swollen up a bit. And it's turned like this like reddish purple. And out of the bag comes this strange looking creature. Not necessarily a scorpion, almost as if it's comprised entirely of various bones. It's got 3 legs on each side. It's a small creature. Small little bird shape, like a small bird skull or a head. There's like a long tail that looks like it's made out of finger bones, and it comes to the tip of an obsidian stinger. And it just like looks at you, and it's like whipping its tail back and forth. And you are gonna take, got lucky. You're gonna take 3 poison damage from the sting.
Okay.
Like you don't have any adverse effects of the poison, but your hand is like uncomfortably sore. It almost feels like you kind of singed it by touching a hot, like touching a hot pan.
That is really unfortunate because that kind of messes up what I had intended on doing. That's my writing hand, man.
And then, like, as it's looking at you and it's whipping its tail back and forth, it snaps it on the on just like a piece of the bed, and you can hear a very loud crack as it does it, and you can see that the frame itself now has this small indentation where the tail made impact.
Okay. I'm gonna because Callie is not familiar with, well, like familiars and stuff. So her mind doesn't immediately go to, oh, well, that's probably his like animal companion or something. She just thinks, oh shit, it's a monster in our room. So she's going to grab one of the bed sheets off of one of the empty beds and kind of like double it over a few times so it's nice and thick. And she's going to try and like get to jump on this thing with the bed sheet.
Okay.
Try and scoop it up safely.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity roll, or a dex based attack if you want to do that.
Okay. That is going to be 21.
A 21. You jump down on this thing and you catch it in the sack for just a brief moment as it starts to fight, and everyone hears this ear-piercing screech, almost like a falcon coming from inside the room, as you smell for a brief moment just a hint of sulfur as the bag is now flat, and you can hear like the buzzing of insect wings behind you.
Does that sound familiar to me at all?
Sounds like a bird. As you're standing there and you're hearing it, the tail kind of jets past your face, just barely missing you as the stinger goes to strike again. And like as it reaches its full length, there's another like crack. And as you look behind you, you can now see this thing hovering in the air with a pair of very bright gossamer insect wings.
I think at this point she's gonna start calling out for Bernard, if he's still in the other room.
Crying to boyfriend.
He's the only one that she knows that's nearby. The unconscious people aren't gonna help me. Bernard, problem. We have a problem.
He kind of comes like busting in. He's got a bottle of rum in his hand. He kind of like, what's the Benji, down.
What?
Like the creature kind of like
my
looks
God.
at him and just like slowly lands down onto the backpack, folds the wings back into its body, and just crawls back into the sack.
How'd you do that?
That's Benji. What did you do to piss him off?
It's a what?
That's Benji. It's my brother's familiar.
It's... Oh, I was just I don't really know what happened. It stung me though. Is that a problem?
You're still alive, so no.
Okay. What is it exactly?
A familiar?
I don't really know what that is.
A wizard's companion.
Oh.
Yeah, he made it himself.
Oh.
More a construct than anything.
It's kind of creepy and it hurts.
Imagine if the poison actually worked.
I don't want to.
It's not fun. It tends to melt the nerves of wherever it's stung.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
It's not.
I'll try not to.
Did you put your hand in my brother's bag?
I may have slipped my hand in there.
He kind of like folds his arms and leans against the wall. Now, why would you go peeking in my brother's bag, little bird?
I was just curious.
Curious of what?
I wanted to see some paperwork.
Oh, he doesn't carry any paperwork in the bag. That's all his personal effects.
That's good to know.
Now, why would you want to see his paperwork?
I just wanted to see how fancy his writing was.
He's gonna insight check you.
All this time,
Callie.
Callie's the worst.
Callie, what is your? Oh, Callie, you're so bad at everything.
Oh,
Her deception is
no.
-2, so she rolled a 5.
He shrugs. He's like, just ask him to show you next time. You don't need to go snooping around. He rolled a natural 1, so
Oh. All right.
he kind of like, he walks over and he takes the hand that got stung and he looks at it and he's like, just a graze. You're fine.
It doesn't feel good though.
Give it a day. It'll be fine.
That means I'm not going to be able to do any writing today.
Well, that's what happens when you reach into stranger sacks. You get stung.
Yeah, I'll remember that for next time.
Or you could have just asked me. You know, I can't lie.
That is true. Do you have any paperwork with his writing on it?
I don't carry any paperwork on me. I travel light. As far as I know, he doesn't have any paperwork on him anyway. All that's back at home. He hasn't
Nothing at all with his writing on it.
No.
That's too bad.
I don't think he was planning on leaving the city, but then, well,
I don't think any of us were.
dragons.
Yeah. What about her? Do you think she has any? Like with her writing on it?
Why are you so fascinated with other people's writing?
I just really like calligraphy.
You might want to ask them when they're awake. It's kind of rude snooping.
That long.
Kind of rude snooping around other people's possessions.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go back and drink.
I'm just gonna sit in here for a while.
Okay.
A lot to think about.
And as he like walks out of the door, you sit on the bed. A couple seconds later, you feel like an arm sort of like wrap around you, and a small letter kind of just like fall in your lap.
Do I recognize the arm?
It's Bernard's arm, but it's the other Bernard.
I'm gonna look at the letter real quick.
And it's a sealed letter to Gaius. If you want her handwriting, well, you just have to open the letter.
Oh.
And he gives you like a quick peck on the cheek, and then he just vanishes. Oops.
Uh-oh.
She is after her blush goes down, she's going to open up the letter and take some time to study it.
Yes, study it.
I mean, her hand is a bit swollen right now, so she can't practice writing, but she can take the time to study it.
Okay. So when you look at the letter itself, it's a love letter. Judging from the ink, it's pretty freshly written, probably right before they got kidnapped.
Okay. When I actually go to open it, I feel like Callie would probably think to do this, even though I didn't. She's gonna try and be really careful to. I assume it's like wax sealed.
Wax sealed with like the little indentation of like a signet ring.
She's gonna try to just slip something flat like underneath the wax seal to pop it up rather than actually break it.
Give me a sleight of hand roll.
Sleight of hand. That is something you are good at, Callie. That is an 18.
An 18. You're able to do it cleanly enough to where, unless somebody were to investigate the envelope itself, it wouldn't turn up any sort of signs of tampering.
Okay. So she will just spend a while looking it over.
Okay.
That's probably going to be her day.
Alrighty.
I was gonna say, Rojan, how much time has passed since when Minako, to her non-amusement, had her hair dyed pink?
It's been a couple weeks now.
2 or 3, yeah. Because it was
Because, like,
you had your hair dyed
no,
before.
because we had like the 2 comas that we went through,
Mm-hmm.
and weren't they like a week apiece?
It's still been like almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been almost like 2 weeks.
Really, I feel like it's been more than that because we were like,
No,
the
it was
comas-
actually because the hair being dyed pink was before you
that's
did
not
the.
that's not the point I'm trying to get.
It's been a while.
We,
Alright,
we
yeah.
are 13 days after the day we escaped from the city.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're close to 2 weeks.
So it's more like 3 weeks than technically. Well, I forgot when she got her hair
feel
dyed,
like
but we
we're-
had
yeah.
those 5 days that we prepped before we went to the ball,
Mhm.
and then it's been 2 weeks out in the desert, so it's been roughly 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, but
Since-
she got the hair dyed before
Before we had our
even
memory
got
lost.
Memories
Yeah.
white.
So
Yeah.
it's been close to a month now then.
Okay, yeah, so yes, Minako is gonna go look for Syra. Is she hard to find? Or is she out in the cave? Oh, your microphone's muted.
Am I muted?
There you go.
There you
Ah,
go.
yeah, there you go.
Okay.
She's gonna ask if you're busy.
Well, she's just meditating, but she's sitting down near like whatever plant life might be there, like a cactus, I'm guessing, or
Isn't there
What's
like
out
plant
there?
life in the water?
where are we?
Well, you're in Ivy's cave that does have a small pool of water in the back, and it's got, a bit of like cave fungus and stuff growing along the walls
Okay.
around it.
She'd probably hang out there then. And she's probably like meditating and helping the fungus to grow and stuff. So what she's working on is probably slightly glowing. She has her eyes closed. You walk up, she hears you, and she just doesn't move, doesn't open her eyes, just says, yeah,
You got time?
yeah.
And she'll cut my hair again. Don't dye it pink this time.
You want your haircut?
Yes, again.
All right. Hang on.
No pink. As she
Yeah.
hands you the knife.
No pink. You want your weapons back, by the way?
Your discretion, because I will kill somebody.
If you're still pissed, then I'll hold on to him. And Syra will just kind of sit her down by the water and start cutting her hair.
Okay.
She does so still a little pissy though. She's not super happy with Mina still, but she does it.
Okay.
It's okay, Minako's pissed off at the whole group right now. It's always a bad time when Zellark is like the least on her shit list.
Yeah. So yeah, unless you bring anything up to talk to her about, she just cuts your hair. So is there anything you wanna talk to
She
her about?
will make note. I did keep the ribbon. Not a funny joke, by the way, because I had short hair at the time.
Cool. Glad you liked it.
Not supposed I could get it back. Cause you have it again.
If you want. And she'll take it out of her pack and kind of put it in your lap as she's cutting your hair. I know it's not
Yeah.
your style.
No, you'll see her start like making it into a bow.
Well, that's nice. It's good you didn't kill Reiju.
I don't think I would have walked here alive if I did.
You wouldn't have. You're doing better.
That crossed my mind.
And she just keeps cutting.
Okay.
And yeah.
Do you want me to
And-
roll for how good it is?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do
Well,
that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Give me your choice, survival or performance.
We're gonna do. I don't really consider this survival, so I'm gonna do performance. I think either that or
Even if
sleight of
yeah,
hand.
even if it's just like chopping her back hair, because she doesn't leave. She leaves the bangs, but she cuts her like back.
You're lucky. You're very lucky. I got a dirty 20.
Yep, looks perfectly fine.
I have a +7 to survival, but a +2 to performance.
Ooh.
I just don't think it's survival. But you got lucky.
I mean, it's your personal survival if you mess up her hair.
Yeah.
Sarah's fine. She ain't worried. So yeah, I'm guessing she does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Even when she might be a little mad at you, she just doesn't take it out on your hair.
Professional.
Yeah. Anything anyone else wants to do?
Keep my sword, but can I have my book back?
Oh, sure. She'll hand the book over.
Okay.
And she'll just start writing things in Draconic about how, like, self-reflections. Could have killed her, didn't.
Happy face. No.
Starting a murderer's memoir right now.
And then but it's like all in Draconic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't read that, so you're good.
Half the other group can.
All right, so I think as the day comes to an end, we'll go ahead and take our first break. And when we come back, hopefully everybody's ready to set out again on your grand adventure. But stick with us, everyone. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Yay!
And we are back.
Huzzah.
I think this is the first time I've like come back and nobody's talking.
I mean,
Well, because I'm fucking eating.
Oh, I mean, well, that makes sense.
Look, if you want to have an ASMR, I'll chew into the goddamn microphone.
Yeah, let's not do
I've
that.
been talking this whole time. I've been muted. What? No.
I literally just got back like a minute before you did, so I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Okay.
I'm not eating, I'm coughing up a lung. So, no one wants to hear
Aw,
that.
Honey.
That's true. Oh.
So fun.
All right.
Shot of tequila will clear your throat up.
I'd rather go with scotch. Ugh.
Just take any liquor.
Gotcha.
Tequila.
Finest of scotches.
Yeah. I've like drank so much tequila at this point it's water to me.
So you two have the beer paladin buff.
Dude, like, okay, here's the misconception. When you drink the cheap shit, then yeah, that shit sucks. But like a good tequila is water.
I mean that's true of most alcohols
But
out
yeah,
there.
like
Anyways. You go cheap, the hangover's worse. Everything's worse.
Oh
yeah,
wow,
it's
imagine getting hangovers. Weak genes, not me.
So everyone gets a nice rest, I guess, if you even decide to sleep. You all wake up
Dude,
the next day.
sorry. Reiju is waking up at the bar, just drinking water.
I'm gonna see if the sandstorm's still going on that my sister mentioned.
Okay. How are you doing that? You just gonna walk out and take a look?
Yep. I start heading out unless I start getting a sense that it's pretty bad out there.
Now outside it's clear.
Okay.
The sandstorm wasn't in any danger of coming your way. But
I'm gonna go outside and take a better look then to
Yep.
see where its position is.
so when you go out and you look for like on a high enough vantage point, you don't see a sandstorm anymore.
Okay.
Looks like it's cleared up.
All right. Then I'll head back inside and let everyone know that I'll let Nerix and whoever else kind of was aware of the sandstorm that's passed.
Minako, because she can't help herself, we'll go to Reiju and she's just gonna bonk her with like the spine of her book on the back, like on the top of
Bonk.
her head.
Mm,
Don't do that
Morning.
shit again.
crystal clear, Minako.
Or even.
It's like
Actually, I think you still got one more from me.
Bernard kind of like wanders out of the
Wait, what?
room, like shirt like thrown off, and he's just like has another bottle of rum and he's just downing it as he walks in, just like waves to everyone.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
man.
right. I was supposed to be cooking breakfast.
Dara, I can have my sword back. It's out of my system.
Good. I
Visual.
hate carrying this thing around. Here you go.
What do you
Reiju will start
Dude,
cooking.
it's light.
I know, but it's not really my thing, you know?
Is it because it's metal?
Yeah. I mean, also it's, just a sword. And I kind of like being free, like being able to have my hands going or to have my staff that Simon sits on. Simon can't sit on a sword. It's really pointy.
Oh, wait, there's the hilt. Don't sit on. Never mind. Can I just have it back, please?
Yeah, here you go. You're
And
calm,
she'll-
right? You're good? No
I
killing?
think she's okay. Just rubbing the back of her head while she's looking for pots and
Okay.
pans.
Yeah, and
Yeah, and you just see the
Reiju-
book in her hand.
Reiju,
pretty
as you're
much.
cooking, Bernard's kind of hovering, and like every now and then he's just taking ingredients and just eating them.
Bernard, like which ingredients is he eating?
He's just grabbing a handful of whatever.
Like a raw egg and just eating it?
Yeah,
Or
he just
like what?
Like at one point you see him grab an egg, he just cracks it and he just like plops it into his mouth and throws the shell away.
I expected that from your brother Gaius. I mean, he just woke up, didn't he?
Oh, he's still asleep.
Oh, is he still asleep? Well, then
Wha-
this food
what-
is not for you. Ping! And I hit him with a wooden spoon.
And it just like in defiance, he reaches over and he just grabs like a handful of stuff and just shoves it in his mouth.
Like she will playfully like stop that, but like she will still be trying to get food together. Like she's able to cook around.
He's not directly trying to hinder your cooking.
Yeah,
he's just eating.
Yeah, it's fine. Like we have a lot of stories. For crying out loud, we found a deer somehow a few days ago, and that's been sitting in the fridge for a while. So she's okay with that. So she's just making food for everybody.
No joke, that shit will sit in a fridge like for a year.
Yeah, it will. I mean, that's why deer jerky is awesome.
Personal experience. That shit will last a year, even with a full family and everything. A year.
So yeah.
Sarah wants to go harvest some of the mushrooms. Also, what are they?
Not
go ahead and give me a nature check.
Okay.
I am not adding those mushrooms to the food. Thank you very much.
You don't have to. They're hers. Okay. 15.
No, 15.
Mm-hmm.
These mushrooms in no way, shape, or form should be eaten, as all of them are highly toxic, like a deadly degree.
What if you were to bite just a little bit?
How much is a little bit?
Yeah,
like,
I think this is
would I know,
fuck around and find
like,
out.
would I know, like, if you just have a little bit, do you have like a little bit of a fun time, or is there just,
wait,
is it just death?
Is Syra like looking for magic mushrooms? Is that what she's doing?
Yeah.
She's the side hustle for her sister Derek.
She's decided. Well, there's that, and she's also
the
just
dealer
having
and the junkie.
At a 15,
a little bit of column A, column B.
She's from a hippie commune, guys.
At a 15, you know, in a low dosage, it may give you a bit of a reaction, but there's gonna be some pain afterwards.
Ugh, damn. All right.
These are great.
Give it to Nerix.
These are great for poisons. They're not great for fun time or food.
She sniffs it, kind of gets a little disappointed, and stuffs a few in a bag for Nerix.
Is Nerix awake?
Yeah, she's an early riser.
Okay. Miko's got questions. Mostly because she's curious. So, as she's like eating her breakfast, so like, what's the deal with your magic? Is it your blood that's magic, or is the blood the trigger to your magic?
Why do you want to know?
It's just never really see it.
Because you're not a blood hunter. You won't know.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
We bleed and use magic in a different sense. It's not our magic. It's different.
So your blood's the catalyst.
Part of it.
Well, not your blood specifically, but blood
No, it
in
is
general.
My blood, yes.
No, well, yes, but like, I mean, not in the sense that like your blood is special. It's just that.
What are you getting at, Mina? What do you want
I'm
with the
just
blood?
asking questions. I don't need your blood. I don't use blood for magic.
Yet.
For now.
What do you mean for now? I manipulate time and space. I don't need magic for that. Or I don't need blood for that. I do need magic. And then I can make copies of myself. That's not blood. So I was just curious to see like how yours ticked.
You don't have the patience of the years of training it takes to get where I am at.
I don't want to be where you're at. I'm simply asking a question. Besides, wanting to be a hopped up junkie is not my idea of fun.
Mina, if you have any other questions, you can just go away now. You're not exactly on my good side right now.
Don't give a shit. And she'll
Yeah,
keep
I
eating
can tell.
her breakfast.
And the whole time, Nyrix was not even looking her in the eye. She was just eating.
Sarah walks in. Nyrix, I got you mushrooms.
See? Junkie.
Do I know what those mushrooms do?
No, they're not the fun ones.
I don't think you would know because I don't think you've studied the mushrooms. But Syra knows what they do.
Really? The poison person doesn't know?
I don't think the poison person even bothered to like look at the mushrooms.
We didn't know about them beforehand.
They're the ouchy kind of mushrooms. Nyrix, really bad, toxic, bad poison time.
Okay. Thank
Here
you.
go. You're welcome. Don't worry, I didn't put them in the food. She
I
said,
wouldn't have let you.
I know.
Is Mina's food near me?
Oh, don't. So bad.
Well, Mina was talking to you and she necessarily didn't move.
Can I slide a hand and slip a mushroom in there?
No.
As I'm actively
Just like
eating,
crunch it. Just crunch it up. Just, like,
You
drop it.
you can give me a sleight of hand check, but it's going to be a disadvantage because you're doing it out in the open.
My passive perception
as
is
she's
17.
eating. You just want to put them in her mouth directly, like.
No. Well, I rolled double 16s. That is a 21.
What's your passive perception?
Definitely not that, but like I'm actively eating. How is that sneaky?
Great. Hey, she does it. It happens.
That's
Yeah.
why she did it at disadvantage.
That's why she did it at disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
Look, I just have a trouble believing if I'm sitting here eating, and I see a hand crush.
That's the glory of D&D.
Yep.
Sleight of hand
I'm
versus
just kind of eating. I'm just like,
sleight of hand versus passive perception.
Listen, we just avoided Minako
It's like-
killing one person. I want to point this out.
And you're about to
And-
kill her anyway.
And you
Actually,
are.
she'll be mad at Reiju
She'll
because
be mad at
Reiju's the
Reiju.
one that made the food.
Yep.
What happens after this? I am no longer responsible. I did my part by having Minako settle things.
to note, it
And
was
you are-
it was a smaller dose, but she
And
still
you-
crumpled up some.
You
How much
are
did- how much-
antagonizing her.
How much did you grab?
How big are they to begin with?
They're pretty huge. They're like the flat cap mushrooms.
Oh, okay. She'll probably just take off a piece. It's probably like the size of maybe no bigger than a quarter.
Okay.
Just crumple it up. I mean, she can't do a big piece and put it in there. She just wants to take a small amount.
All right. So, Minako, can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, you can. God, I really hope I fail this so I have an excuse to hit people. On save?
On save.
Alright. That's a 24.
Aside from the off taste in one of the bites, nothing necessarily happens to you.
Yeah, con. I'm good at con. Just
Fine.
remember
Eric's
this,
just keep
guys.
cheating.
Just remember, everybody accuses Minako of being really bad, but you constantly poke and prod.
Oh, dog wants attention.
You only have put yourselves to blame when she does eventually blow up.
Sarah will grab some breakfast and is the husband of Ivy around?
Oh, Saran? I think he's still at. Oh, ooh, someone go check on Snip and Saran. I think they were by the skiff. Last I
Yeah.
checked.
I was wondering if the skiff was ready.
When you
Tell
walk
you
out,
what, I'm taking
when you walk out, both Saran and Ivy are outside of the cave, just talking to one another, like looking up at the sky. You can see the skiff, both the skiff and the bike have been completely repaired.
If when Reiju, you went outside to check on them, right?
I might have been watching Snip work. Yes.
Okay, so well, you were cooking just now, and then you were
This was
heading
like last.
outside.
They were working all through the night almost.
Oh, so you're still
until
in the
end of
room?
night.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was like, go out there. It's like outdoors a skiff when I pointed out.
Why don't you go check on them? I'm sure Snit would like some breakfast, Raju.
I don't think Snit is outside right now.
No, like,
Because
okay.
they finished
stopped.
working. They finished working once the sun started setting.
No,
Okay.
he's not outside, but he wasn't in the bed chambers either.
Yeah. Tell you what, just wait here, and she'll take off cooking gloves or whatever the hell she used, and she'll just kind of clean herself off and walk over to the garage door, the inner one. Kind of opens it up. Does it open?
It's like you know me. Yeah, that's where I'm sleeping.
Snit.
All I could think of is Snit is kind of like curled up on the workbench like a cat.
Maybe some nights.
I'll just kind
Everyone
of
has a cot.
I'll walk up to him. Are my papers still there?
Actually, you know what? I like that idea. There's a hammock in the garage.
There's a hammock in the garage. Okay.
There's a hammock in the garage, and it looks rather laden because that's where Snit is in fact sleeping. Your papers are there, but not where you left them.
Uh-huh.
He's
That was
he's got like one arm and half his tail dumped out of the hammock, and there's just papers all over him.
Sleep reading.
I want to wake you up, but at the same time, that's really fucking adorable. I'm sorry.
So cute.
It's like just walks up, like kind of just nudges. Like, is your hammock swing?
Yeah. What's your
Like
passive
what hammock
perception?
doesn't swing?
Passive perception is 17.
Okay, very easy then. As you're approaching, you notice that Snit has obviously looked at all your drawings, and he's made versions of those drawings that he's done himself, where he does actual schematics, and like he's obviously gone through and put his own twist on everything that you've designed.
Walks out, grabs 2 plates, walks back into the garage, closes the door. Sets
Swear
them
to God,
on
if
the
you say
bench.
fade to black.
No. That was a bad choice of words back then. It's still a
Here
bad
we
choice of words right
fucking
now.
go.
Puts him on the workbench, walks back over, and then wakes you up. Snap. Just kind of gives you a nice little ruffle on the shoulder. Breakfast is ready. Food. Food. Should I lift you out of there, or should
What
I,
does he smell?
So there's a bit of deer steak. There is going to be some eggs, and there is actually like a couple glasses of milk.
That's a good amount of protein in the morning, baby.
Mm-hmm. And to top it off, there is actually like 1 leaf of lettuce or some other vegetable that we have somewhere. I don't know.
A leaf.
A leaf just sitting on
So-
top of your steak like a rat.
So upon smelling the breakfast meats, there is quite literally a flurry of papers in the air, and he's got the meat, and he's
Are you sure Snit's not a cat?
I'm fairly certain it's a cat
kobolds
at
are
this point.
very cat-like and also
Just-
dog-like at the same time. At least I
Rachel
like
will
to
try
think they are.
to. Rachel will catch all the papers and just stack them, and then put them off to the side, and sit down with Snip, and have a nice breakfast. So, everyone heard conversations on the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to spill it like that.
It's okay. It was kind of surprising. Didn't
Surprised me too.
really expect it.
I mean, the hell is an attraction? I mean, really. I still don't understand it. It's I don't even know when it started. It's back in the city for sure, but yeah.
I didn't really expect it. Not really used to people, people
Oh, people taller than you?
looking at me, let alone any kobold that way.
But do you know about kobolds and how they look at each other? I don't know. I've not looked the same way at other. Like, not at Gaius, not at Zelark, not at Erix, not at Syra. Just you. For some reason.
He's not really sure what to do with that.
I don't know either. Can we just agree to say we're new to this development?
Yeah, that's probably good. It makes sense. So about this time, his place probably cleared up, and you can tell he's embarrassed and extremely unsure what to do. But he picks up his plate and he starts moving towards the door, but he'll stop just on the other side of you and say, "I like you too," and he's gonna go outside. Like, just dash.
Just grabs her plate, grabs a drink. Yes. And just walks out. It's a win for her. And she doesn't care. And
Does she like walk out to the main room?
She would walk out. She'd probably forget which way is which, like following not Snip, and just walk like outside, like the main garage door, with food and drink in hand. So like still in the cave, but outside the house.
While everybody else is having breakfast, Mirako's is in a shithousery mood. So hey, Nirix, you guys did hear everything, right? Like about me suggesting the bike and everything following all that? I mean, the fucking 20 years and the little one. They do know that not how it works.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, who are you even
Nirix,
talking to?
Nirix,
She's talking to
everybody
Nirix.
Yeah,
She said
well,
Nirix is
everybody-
name.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't hear my
I didn't
name.
hear
I'm
it.
so sorry.
I didn't hear it either.
at
We're all
all.
like, "Who's he talking
Who's she
to?
talking
What's
to?"
going on?"
I thought
hear
Nirix
you,
was just
Mina.
being stoic and not giving a damn, but okay.
I thought
Yeah.
that as well.
Nirix is just like
Honestly, did
staring.
not
Same,
know.
I was like,
Nirix
that's
is
why she
staring.
was just like
Shit, is she
doubling
talking to
down.
me?
It's like Nirix is just staring off into space, and in her mind, it's just motorcycle noises.
Yeah.
It's just bad to the bone, stuck in her head. All right, say that again. What?
You guys heard everything that was said over the rings, right? Like, from,
Yes.
like, including, you know, the elf and the kobold dog.
The what?
The elf wanted to fuck the kobold.
So,
Like,
there a
I
problem
really
with that?
hope, no, I'm just saying. I really hope Rage you understand. Doesn't really work.
How do you know?
Well, last time I checked, elf, mammal, kobold, lizard person.
So because they're different races, they're restricted on just loving each other?
Well, like the whole point of being together is to reproduce.
You
Can't really.
know.
That's a very Minako thing to say.
Yes.
I mean, that's fair.
Love.
That's
Yeah.
She has explained that part of her backstory, so it does make sense.
indeed.
Can be whatever they think love is.
Yeah, but, like, what's the point if there's no end product?
Apparently that's your view, but
I thought
they want to be
people-
together, let them be together. They don't have to reproduce to be together.
That makes no sense.
Maybe not to you.
Like, your parents got together and had YouTube. What the fucker is a lizard person and an elf?
Sometimes people just want to be together just so they're not alone. Not because out of pity, it's because they actually care and want to be with each other. Sex doesn't have to be on the table.
It can be anywhere. I'm sorry, I had to.
I know.
I really hope that was a
You're
character.
right, on the
Please tell
couch,
me.
in the
Please.
car,
We
whatever.
were all
Say that
thinking.
was
We were all
I know.
thinking it.
At the
Oh,
table
yeah.
saying that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
all-
Weird,
It's
your
funny.
camera went out of focus again.
I'm,
I
so, I'm
know,
sorry.
I
I'm
It's
sorry.
just
know.
really
If-
funny
if
that
Cal-
Need
if
that
Cal-
to
had
be
to
out of
say it.
Cali.
If Callie said that, Bernard is
Please.
doing a spit take, and like,
Please.
Sure, why not?
Yes.
yeah, and like Callie says that, and it catches like probably everyone off guard.
Yeah,
But Bernard just
Cyrus
like
spit takes
mouthful
too.
of like rum, just
We're-
spit takes.
Spit takes.
Shut up. We'll get to you later.
Callie thinks she said it in her head, so she's not even missing a beat.
Womp womp.
Well, I'm not saying like they can't have sex, but like, what's the point of it?
It's
Syra rolls her eyes.
some people just get together because, well, companionship.
How cumbersome.
Some people view it that way. But stranger things have happened. I mean, look at my brother. He looks like a damn cat.
Fair enough.
You know, you shouldn't really.
Oh, by the way, never pet him.
Well, I'm not judging. I'm just saying. I'm curious to know if they understand.
I'm pretty sure
Again.
I'm pretty sure they understand how their body works.
Again, there could be no sex, or there is sex with no baby.
Nobody's
Doesn't
talking
matter.
about sex. I'm just saying.
Well, that's
they
all
can't-
you're focusing on is the reproduction part. You can be together and not reproduce.
Then what's the point of being? I can't.
Okay, you obviously have a very weird skew on love.
Very.
Some people just get together, Mina.
I never once said I had skewed. I explained. Oh, look.
Nyrix wasn't there for that. Side note.
Yeah, no, she wasn't.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. I mean, again, they're both adults. I think. I don't know how
Yeah,
old kobolds are when they reach maturity.
Let's
She's
just
like,
not
I'm
talk
this
about
many
this.
years old.
Yeah.
Let's just.
Yeah,
It's their business.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be talking about this.
Look.
Let's just stop.
Look, as long as they don't do anything like that in view of everyone else, I don't think anybody will have a problem with it. That goes for all of you.
Yeah.
yeah. What's this about you? Not necessarily on the table.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not gonna.
About something
Glance
about it could
over
be
that.
anywhere.
Callie, I didn't know.
I
Quite the side.
thought I didn't say that out loud, did
Oh, you did.
Oh, you did.
I? Oh, I'm gonna go to the bedroom now. Bye, everybody. I'm gonna go die.
As you're walking, he's like, that's the most common place it happens.
I meant I'm going
Yeah.
outside.
I'm gonna go now.
Like I just see Reiju just
I'm gonna
eating, and all of a
wait
sudden Callie just walks out, beat around like,
Yeah, Nirix is now like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go now.
Raju, when you and Snit walk in, everyone's just kind of going different directions.
oh, I haven't walked in yet. I'm just like watching people walk out. I'm like, what the food? I hope they liked it.
We all scatter.
Yeah. Scatter.
Scatter.
Once
This
I've
is-
wandered off, though, and the embarrassment has died down somewhat because it's now never going to go away, I do want to check on that branding tattoo to see if that eye has closed anymore.
Sure. So when you look at the branding tattoo, the eye itself is almost completely shut.
Oh, that's a problem. What's worse, being pulled into the dream realm or facing that embarrassment by going back into the house?
Reiju just kind of walks over to Callie and like, you okay?
Nope.
Something happened then.
Yes.
Okay. We're not going to talk about it tonight if you don't want to.
Nope, I
Here-
really don't want
here,
to.
Just have some water.
I'm
You look like you're burning.
gonna. It's that obvious?
I don't care what it's burning
Oh,
from.
yeah.
I just want you to be healthy.
One could say she's extremely thirsty, Reiju.
Don't you? I'm going back in the house.
Mina,
Guys,
you
we
need
have
to
a
explain
problem.
some of your sayings. That's just strange.
Go into the ring network. Disregard everything we just talked about. We have a problem.
Roger that. What's
Try
the
to
problem?
find Callian and just yeah.
The problem.
What's up?
Those of you that are still branded, check your brand.
My brand.
Oh,
I had
yeah,
to.
and sure enough,
Someone's
yeah.
branded again? Was there one of us without a brand?
Reiju
Raju's
was
the
no
only
longer
one.
branded.
Yeah,
When
Reiju was no
Minako
longer
killed
branded.
her,
Yeah,
when Minako killed her the first time.
yeah, because
The rest of
because Minako threw her into the vat.
technically didn't die, but whatever.
You were reset.
Yeah, I was reset.
Listen,
I mean, that's literally what it is.
I'm telling you, you owe Minako your life.
No, I don't.
But anybody
Not
who
yet.
has the brand, you can now see that the eye is almost completely
Listen.
closed.
If anybody dies with this eye, because you don't have it, you do.
Possibly. I'll feel a little guilty.
Anyway, so it's almost closed.
Mm-hmm.
These things happened over our time sleeping, yes? So we've
Yep.
got we still got today to travel. How far away are we from our destination? Wait, don't say that. We're pretty
yeah.
close.
Syra will like in common in her notebook write down it's like how many days close. Sir, and she's like 1, 2, 3,
It was close. It was close.
and she just wants Syra to be like without speaking, just like a symbol of how close, how many days away. She'll like write it in her book in common, and she'll like start like counting down, like how many.
I will give the answer that I don't know, DM.
I think it was like
Player
day
doesn't
and a
know.
half, 2 days.
It's
Character.
yeah, it's a day and a half.
Day and a half.
There you go.
Do we think we can make it and the druids know how to fix this? Or are
Maybe.
we potentially dying in a day and a half?
Well, I mean,
You're
You muted. Your mic cut out. Don't.
Nope.
Nope. Anyone thought to ask Ivy? She seems worldly.
I believe Ivy. We did ask Ivy about removing this. But she didn't.
Wait, wouldn't you said it was a curse brand, right? Would the magic that was used on Syra's affliction that she had on her other arm also affect
Mm,
that?
I don't think so because I think
No.
it was like
So just completely separate. Okay. So not
That-
remove curse
I-
brand then. Okay.
I think Minako did ask about getting it removed.
Right. Hmm.
But we're at a point where Minako's looking forward to go seeing this thing for reasons.
You guys hear me?
Can hear
Yes.
you now.
Yeah.
No.
Can't
Okay, I have
see
no
you.
idea what's wrong with my video right now. I'll figure that out. But
Okay.
I can talk.
Blame Zoom.
Hey.
Yeah,
All
Sarah
right.
just kind of indicates she doesn't know if the druids will know how to help, but also will say that if we get stuck in that realm, there's probably a way out.
I mean, we don't die. You know,
Well,
that's
how
always
did
fun.
wait, Syra, you were the only one to get out last time, right?
Yep.
And that was because you beat up
One.
whatever was there.
Did something, yeah.
So I guess prepare for a fight.
Most likely. And most
Nina,
likely
you're
one that
pretty
could
much well
be
off on that one.
psychic? I don't know. There could it's hard to prepare for something that's so unknown.
True.
Oh, I for one look forward to it.
I mean, I kind of feel bad that I'm not probably going to go with you, but I can
I
try
agree.
and see if I can help from the outside.
You're welcome.
Protect our bodies if something happens to it, if it's a mental state. Hard to tell what's gonna happen.
Actually, no, Mina, when you threw me in there, that was the answer for me throwing blankets on you way back when. So actually, yeah, we are even.
So, with your little notice of the brand closing, thankfully somebody made sure to keep an eye on it, because I've been rolling for it and nobody's been paying attention. So,
Reiju stopped caring.
well, yeah, because
About
Ranger
it.
doesn't care because Ranger doesn't have it.
I
No,
thought
she
we
stopped
were-
caring about it in that sense. She knew that it was bad. She just didn't know how bad it was going to be.
So-
Minako has her reasons why she doesn't really care either.
So,
Yeah.
I thought we
If
were
you are-
rolling that every night we went to sleep,
Yeah.
and that's what the whole
No, 'cause-
Dreamcatcher thing was for.
mhm.
Yeah.
And so we didn't
we
have to
went
roll.
from us rolling it to you rolling it.
Yeah,
is-
because people weren't rolling it. I noticed when people were going to sleep, they weren't rolling it. So I'm just like, okay, I'll just.
We did forget about it a few times, yeah.
We do have
Yeah.
dream catchers though.
You do have dream catchers, and the dream catchers have been helping.
Okay.
No, we
Oh.
had to roll for it. I thought that it was just the Dreamcatcher thing.
The Dreamcatcher thing is shifted priority of who's in charge of doing it from us to
No,
Rojan.
no,
because we forgot.
you guys were still supposed to be rolling.
Yeah,
But
okay.
people
It
forgot.
just
It's
made
not
the
fair to
rolls
me.
suck less.
Yeah, it
But I
it makes
also
the
wasn't
rolls
here
suck
for the
less.
last two sessions.
Oh,
so I would
oh,
not been able
I
to-
forgot. It's a new day. Give me a sec.
Oh no.
Oh shit! Let me get the
Yeah.
book.
Taraka deck. Yeah.
Alright, well, whatever.
It's
What's
a Mina
done
day.
What's done is done.
I forgot. This is like the
Every
one,
day.
the one thing that I have to like consult, because Yu-Gi-Oh over here wants to draw from the deck.
Oh man. All right, it's the three swords, the berserker.
The Three of Swords.
Yeah, the three swords. and
Okay.
6 berserker.
So
That looks good.
So did
I mean, for
Ruin.
me.
So you have a feeling that today is going to be filled with aggression and violence.
Hells yes. Minako's special, baby.
Sounds like
How's that-
every day for her.
Yeah,
How's that
I'm like,
different?
how's that
I
different
mean,
for me?
this deck
Because-
literally is.
Because this
On
affects
a
the
day-
group.
On a day that we're trying to travel, that sounds good to you.
Minako has not gotten like proper violence in a while.
So today,
she
today-
is of a warrior people.
Minako woke up and literally chose violence.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, it could be a good thing. If we encounter trouble, she's prepared for it.
So
Does this not have any like buffs or debuffs, or is
Do
it
we
just-
see you
that's a
pull the
minor?
deck right there?
It's just you have a feeling that sometime today there's gonna be
Someone's
a fight.
somebody's
gonna
gonna
lose
look at me
something.
funny. And
Yeah.
Ray's just gonna look at you funny.
Blood at one point in time today will be
will be
spilled.
spilled. Okay.
Did you draw the deck right in front of us as we were talking about?
I don't think she hides it. I think she just draws it every day. You guys
Yeah,
see her.
nobody ever pays it enough attention.
She pretty much does like a tarot reading every morning.
Yeah.
Cyrus
She never
doesn't
yeah.
care.
Reggie
She
wouldn't.
never
Yeah.
she never explains what it is. But
Yeah, Reggie wouldn't like think much of it. Like, it's a deck of cards. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's like,
Okay. Well, now
so
that
you're gonna
violence has been chosen,
I almost forgot.
sit and
Because I moved my desk and my cards weren't there. I was like,
what,
wait, something's missing.
what's that?
just gonna find Snit and check on the skiff. Ask him about the skiff.
Skiff is in tip-top shape. It looks better than new.
All right. Then Cyrus gonna grab Nerix and just call out like, "Okay, everyone, let's pack up and get on the skiff. We gotta get going."
Alright.
Minako will tell people, be attentive today. Blood is in the air.
Try not to be condescending too. Something for everyone to work on. And
Damn.
Sarah will swish her tail and keep walking.
Damn.
Oh no, she didn't.
Minako is smiling. She likes passive aggressive Syra.
She likes sassy Syra.
This is so much better than like hippie like let's all get along. No, this is perfection.
Oh god.
Calls you on your bullshit.
These are the choices we made in BioWare games. I'm sorry.
So, who's stupid question, but I have to ask it. Who's on the bike?
If I can.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Nerix is still super pissed at everyone, so unless it's Syra or Snit, no one is allowed on her bike.
No one's allowed on the sidecar.
Yep.
Figured I'd ask, at least.
All right. So
And she
who's
appreciates that,
riding?
and she very nicely says no.
Who's riding sidecar? All right.
Or no, I'll ride behind her.
All right.
So the sidecar's away.
Snit, are you gonna take the sidecar?
No, Snit has his perch on the sail.
Yep. Okay.
And
so who's-
Minako, as usual, will be at the front helping.
Earthbending.
Yes.
Who's gonna pilot the skiff?
I'll take the first trek on the pilot seat of the skiff.
Okay.
Now, would you allow me to cast a touch spell through like a post? Because I will get a 15-foot little dowel and I will poke Callie every hour for guidance.
You know what? I like that image of just this little stick coming out and poking Callie in the head, like every now and then. So yeah, sure.
I feel like
Actually-
that would be more distracting than helpful.
Just
Yeah.
like you just see it creep into camera, just poke her in the head and go away.
It's a little switch and it just goes.
No, you know what that reminds me of?
Don't hit a bump.
The impossible switch where you flip it, the other half of the box opens up, it turns the switch the other way and it closes. It's the never-ending game.
All right.
And by
So
the way,
yes,
since
you.
since the sidecar is open, Ollie and Simon are sitting in it.
Okay.
My kitty. And
And Bernard helps everyone get his the two unconscious individuals situated into the skiff before everyone takes off.
Are they still cast tabs? I don't know.
Red says they're going to be down for probably another couple days.
Is there anything that Sarah could have done because if she saw two people still down in the morning, she would have looked them over.
It's just pretty much mass exhaustion.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Oh wait, I do have something that can help with that though. Potentially, unless you want them to be DM. Would you rather I not? So you can not have.
It's up to it's up to you. Do you want to waste a spell slot?
On the day where Minako warns you there is blood on the air.
I guess not. No, that's fair.
Okay. So what I need is I need a vehicle handling check from both Nyrix and from Callie.
25.
25.
23.
All right, and now I need one of you, either Nyrix or Callie, to give me percentiles.
Eric's.
Okay then.
Hey,
I'll
the
roll
last
for you.
percentile I rolled dented your bike. So
That's fair. Okay, that is an 82.
Nice. So it takes you take off, and you don't really know what Minako's talking about. Today is peaceful. It's a bright sunny day, very few clouds in the sky, nice breeze picking up, not too hot. And you travel for like the first 2 hours uninterrupted. And I get Snit.
Out, by the way, as well.
Huh. What's up?
Oh, I just wanted to say Cyrus keeping like swivel.
Mm-hmm. Snit, can I get a wisdom check from you?
Wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Oh, it's not my worst. And I'm up on top doing
Yep.
perception all the time. That's gonna be an 18.
An
Oh, wait,
18
wisdom check.
wisdom
right?
check.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not proficient in it, so it's an 18 still.
So, as you're looking around, Snit, you just get this feeling for a brief moment that something is near you. Like you can hear breathing. And then as you turn around and the skiff is still going, the feeling is just no longer there.
I'll take note of it as maybe being a little weird happenstance, but I don't think he would bring it up if
Okay.
it's just the one so far.
Alrighty.
Like how tangible was it? How sure is it?
Like it
am
was
I?
on the back of your neck.
So yeah, I'll look around. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. Do I see anything?
What's your passive perception?
Passive is 19.
19. Syra, what's your passive perception?
17.
17. So both of you every now and then see like something like the sun just catch the shape of something on the mast, like kind of crawling down and just like clinging to it.
I'm gonna try to purposefully perceive it.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Go ahead and give me perception rolls.
22 as I focus in on it.
Natural 24, 29.
You definitely see something clinging to the mast itself, but you're unable to get like a fix on its shape, but it's definitely invisible.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
just say that Cyrus' thing that she would do first would be to get on the rings and warn people that there's some invisible creature on the mast.
Okay.
But if
You
So
say that?
You're all
I don't know, 'cause
notified.
Shadow Fox said hold on, but then he didn't follow it up with anything, so I'm just putting that out
Yeah,
there.
I'm
All
sorry.
right.
I'm looking at my spell list.
Would something
um,
happen before I say that?
Because
Otherwise-
I have something. in
No,
my
go
head.
for it.
Okay, so
So
Cyrus
you
goes on
you
the
say
ring,
that.
says that.
On the mask, you say?
Try not to react. It doesn't seem to know that we know it's there yet.
Okay.
But we might want to slow down and make an excuse to stop.
I will start to slow the skiff down in as natural a way as I can, so it doesn't seem sudden.
Nyrix will actually
Very
flag to make herself known, like she needs to get everyone's attention and slow down so they can come to a stop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Reju, can you I think I'm a little low in the tank. Do you mind filling her up a little bit?
Sure. She'll wait for the thing to stop and then jump off and walk towards Nyrix. And without walking and talking into the ring, we'll just kind of whisper to you. Should I use fairy fire on it? Just to make it more visible?
If it's invisible, we all got one shot.
Supposedly it's still on the mast.
Cyrus is
Tyra,
gonna-
what do you want to do?
She's gonna loudly say, "Okay, everyone, lunchtime," and like make motions of like getting food. It's like, "Sit, you wanna fly down?" And then I'm gonna go on the ring and say, like, we might want to wait for any kind of attacks until Snit is clear.
Snit would have, like, having seen what's going on and being aware of the plan, Snit would have flown down.
Since Snit, since you're on the post, the moment it starts slowing down, you kind of feel like the mast itself kind of give a slight jerk, as if something just pushed off of it.
Okay. I'm going behind the bike, like breaking line of sight from where I hope it is, and I'm casting invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Let me mark that off.
I see since I was perceiving it as well, do I see a change in the mast? Like
You
so I
see
know
you
it's
see the
been on?
mast kind of like just jerk just a slight bit, and then from where you're looking, you can see that something hit the sand and started running off.
I'm gonna point in that direction and just tell Reiju now.
Fairy fire. It is my innate spell.
Yep. Yes, it is.
60 foot, so I imagine I would get up close enough to it and then cast the spell.
It's still
Minako will
It-
increase gravity around the area just to see if it can.
okay. So
it down.
you need to can you bring up fairy fire, because it does get a
Sure.
save,
Yeah, it gets a
dex save, I believe it is.
dexterity saving throw. Yep.
And it's a deck save as well for
So 2 dex saves.
Yes.
Oh, that's not bad. All right, so the fairy fire is going to be a 19,
That's a success.
and then the gravity well is going to be a 5.
that's a fail.
Oof.
All right, let me see. I think it was 2d8.
Can you bring up the gravity well as well so I can see what it does?
Yes.
Oh shit. Sorry. Try to hit the I button for information shrinkage.
The 2d8.
So it can't move.
No, its speed is halved until the end of its next turn.
Can I cast something too? That time?
I mean, yeah, if you guys
Ooh.
want to just like start bombarding it with AoEs.
I don't know what it is. I don't like this.
Yeah, she's gonna do the same. After Sarah.
15 force damage.
How much?
15 force damage.
Okay.
And yeah, you just see Minako like raise her hand in the general direction and just like Vader fist it.
I think there's like a deep indent where it was.
Oh yeah, you see the indentation in the sand where the
Yeah,
gravity
yeah,
just
you just see, like-
increases.
Yeah.
What is it shaped like?
You can't see what it's shaped like because it's an indentation in the entire area where the gravity is impacted.
Oh,
As this
okay,
thing
so
has been moving, has it been leaving tracks in the sand? I imagine it would.
It's been leaving disturbance in the sand, yeah, which is why everyone is able to throw their AoEs at it because it's not really making any. It's not at an advantage at this point because the sand is just moving underneath its feet.
I'm gonna cast that or that. No, I'll just cast this. Spike growth, 2nd level, 20-foot radius, centered on the point I saw.
This thing is just getting tore up. All right.
Getting pressed further
Let's-
down on the spikes.
Yeah, so now-
two
Whoa.
piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels
Okay.
in that range.
brutal.
So go ahead and give. You said 2d4.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me 64 damage then. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. For every 10 feet, you said, right?
For every 5 feet.
For every 5 feet,
Yeah, in that 20 foot.
give me 10d4.
Okay.
While that's happening too, Nyrix was gonna shoot a flaming arrow at it.
Okay. That will be made with disadvantage because it is still technically invisible.
Okay. That's
Here's the
fair.
question: wouldn't the gravity also impede the shot?
Unless it's
Because it's a bubble. It's
unless it says that it impedes.
because it's anything that isn't bolted down gets put on the ground.
Usually a spell like that will specify
It's not
when it affects
concentration, so
ranged
yeah.
attacks, and it doesn't, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it's not concentration, so it kind of just like impacts and that's it.
23 to hit.
23 will most definitely hit this thing.
Okay, so yeah, we all kind of blast. Syra's hand comes out and like this vine goes from her hand into the ground, and then a bunch of these spikes just go and they do 29 points of damage as he's moving through it.
Jesus.
It says like until start of my next turn, any object that isn't being worn or carried in the sphere requires successful strength.
That's objects, right?
I mean, an arrow is an object.
Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
if
would
a
rule
spell-
that I would rule that the arrow would be able to pass through.
Okay.
Yeah, if the spell is going to do something to projectiles,
Yeah, it
then
will say
it'll
that.
specify it.
Okay.
Yeah, because like wind wall or something like that specifies the arrows.
Okay. Just don't walk in there until after.
Yeah,
my turn.
because it's gonna hurt if
Yeah.
you walk in there.
'Cause- yes.
And there's spikes everywhere too, guys.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
ranged.
very
So-
clear you don't want to go in there.
So
I'd
it's
say
gonna be
fuck-
12 piercing and 4 fire. And once the arrow hits it, whatever blood or liquid pools out of it, it's going to all of a sudden take shape and make a rune mark on it as she activates her brand of concentration. So now no matter where it is, regardless if it's invisible, she always knows where it is.
Okay, and how much fire damage did it take?
4. And because now it's branded, it takes an additional 3 psychic damage.
So, Rojan, because I wasn't expecting everybody to like do a whole bunch of stuff, that's why I went invisible. Would you allow me to retcon that?
No, I think you went invisible the moment everybody shot that off. Like
Well-
you went invisible to go out, and everyone else is just like, screw it, AOE.
It's fine. So can I take to the air and fly over it and then lay down grease on it?
Yeah, as long as you don't hit the gravity sphere, you're fine.
Yeah,
I'll bring it back.
I wanna hit it with grease and cover it with grease. So when she shoots the arrow,
Oh, so it lights it on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, I'll mark that off then. But that drops my invisibility.
All right. So now everyone sees the outline of like this twisted looking creature just thrashing in agony as it's being held down by this gravitational sphere. It's being torn up from the bottom on the spikes. It's now on fire. It's not having a good time, and it just seems to just give up at that point and fall dead. And as it falls dead, it kind of just like wisps off.
Wait, it wisps off?
Yeah. Like the body just kind of like turned to dust.
All right, what's that mean?
Callie's just standing there looking at the group horrified.
Not what I expected. I'm on the same boat, Callie.
It was a creature, invisible, hidden on us. We can't take any more chances right now with this kind of stuff.
I agree, but I mean, everything was just, it was so quick and so sudden. I didn't have the opportunity to say that I could have just looked at it through Ruger's eye. See what it was.
It was getting away.
Wait. You're able to see invisible things?
Ruger can.
Ruger can, yeah.
That's good to
Oh.
know.
Okay.
Oh.
We'll no.
Right side, it's not
Next time?
invisible anymore. It's dead.
Wait,
We'll just
Rojan.
talk to you next time.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Callie.
Maybe we don't want to retcon this, but
Nope.
I have that monocle on my goggles.
You do. Instead, you chose violence.
Oops. Well, that's the violence for the day.
Well, would Snit have seen
I mean,
something?
when I'm out in the sun, I have my goggles down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I
what would
have
he have seen?
disadvantage on perception.
And
so
there's
what did I see?
Yeah.
Unless you had the monocle like down
It's
onto
welded on the inside of the goggles.
Oh,
it's
I got you.
always on whenever I have goggles on.
Well, like,
Could change things.
so what you, since you now are realizing this, I'm gonna say that Snit wasn't necessarily paying attention. It was just violence, but afterwards, it kind of sinks in that it was like this strange creature that was almost comprised of just nothing but like a white wisp.
Interesting. So
Kind of like
almost
like
elementalish.
almost elementalish, like a twisted, like humanoid looking face, like in constant struggle of like anger and in pain.
I'm cool with us killing that.
Yeah, we did it a favor. Minako, the
And-
eternal liberator of life.
And still doesn't know anything about ghost stories. Damn it. Oh well.
So yeah, I'll relay what I saw, and is there any kind of check any of us can make to identify what that creature might be?
Nerix might be able to make it.
She's taking care of Bebe.
So when Nerix is back, she can make a roll.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry,
Hey.
we'll just say it doesn't sound like anything natural.
I guess
I'll take-
sorry. I guess we can just get back on the skiff.
At least
Before
it
we
can't
do,
hurt
I'll
us.
take a good look around, make sure there's nothing else clinging to stuff.
Not that you can see.
Yeah, Minako is gonna make a comment. It's like,
I don't get a active I'm actively perceiving.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying, just what I rolled. You don't see anything.
I mean,
There was nothing left.
I have a +9 perception.
I know you do.
Okay.
I have access to your character sheets.
Minako's gonna before walking back to the skiff, she's gonna tell Sarah, it's like, that was a cruel and fucked up spell. And then, you know what? Maybe druids aren't all bad.
Well,
That shit was fucked.
I mean, it usually doesn't quite tear things up that bad, but I think combined with what you did, that was a lot worse than usual.
I'm impressed. And she'll like molder her way up back onto the skiff because Minako doesn't walk any.
We should remember that for the future, Dina. It's a good combo.
Yeah. I assume it'll be lots of blood on anything that's alive.
Yeah. I'd rather not, but I don't like things sneaking up on us, and that thing was not exactly making itself known.
Anyway, good job. Cal, sorry we didn't get to. I know you like your hypotheticals. Sorry we couldn't ask it if it was nice. And she'll take her position at the front of the skiff again.
Callie, I do feel bad a little bit about that, but I was really worried it was gonna hurt us. Maybe that was wrong. We kind of reacted.
I saw it was all very. There was magic everywhere, and I just. Oh.
Everywhere. It's just right there. And she points where the big indent and spikes are in the desert.
You know, the tattoos and all, and
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I do. It's just, it was horrifying.
I'm sorry.
Hey Cal, if you ever want to learn how to manipulate time and space, let me know. I can
No.
teach you.
Mina, you're not helping.
What? The best way for her to be afraid, stop being afraid of magic, is show her a little bit of magic.
Let her. She's got her own thing. It's okay, Callie. It's gonna be okay.
Hopefully. Yeah.
All right. So, Snit, you don't see anything else?
I think they stepped away.
Got it. He
Yeah.
says no, and
Magic, Cal.
Apparently not.
I guess we should keep going then.
All right.
No, Cal, just so you know, if you ever want to, I'll teach you. Crushing
I don't want
heads
to.
with just the thought.
Don't
You
want
went-
to. I
you
don't
did it
even
again.
like it when you do it.
You're muted again. Cal.
You did again?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, now you're
Right.
fine.
I mean, you're there.
Like you're back now, but like it mutes itself.
It's weird.
I have to.
And
Mike.
yeah.
God damn it!
At least we could hear you still.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Bullshit.
Oh no, it's pretty cool. You should try it, Cal.
No. I don't think so.
And this is Minago being unusually like friendly for a change. Cause we're gonna die in a day and a
That's fair.
half.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Listen,
Rage
Minako
is
knows
still
this group.
hopeful. God damn it.
Minako does not have a strong prognostic for the day.
And just
how
for
this
clarification, the reason why Snit didn't see anything is because there was nothing there. Like instead of just having him roll, I just decided, to roll to see if there was anything around, and there's not.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I mean, even perception has its range limit and stuff, so.
Shall we get going?
yeah, I think that's a good idea. Just kind of wave over to Nirix, like, good to go. And,
But for safety reasons, I would still stay alert the rest of the day.
Makes sense. That could have been worse. It could have been way worse. They could have got the jump on us. So let's just focus on the path ahead.
Could have been nice too. Okay, let's get going.
Yeah, I
Alright.
agree. I agree.
It could have been nice. But
We'll never know.
What
Never
know.
Snit's describing doesn't sound like it was very.
one of
nice.
life's greatest mysteries.
What do the people that we've killed think about us?
I will unfurl the sails.
Okay.
And we can get on our
well,
way again.
I mean, if that's a serious question, I'm
All right,
hated by
so
the
go ahead and
entire
give me-
gang.
Go ahead and give me another vehicle handling check.
Nirix is back. She can contemplate what
Ah,
Snitch
yes.
described.
Sorry,
Nirix-
baby woke up.
Oh, good.
Oh, you're fine.
Snarix.
Did we murder it?
Snarix. Oh yeah,
Yes.
it gave up.
Utterly
It
murdered
gave up
it.
on life, and then basically went like
And-
wisped away into dust.
29 points of spike damage.
But
Wow.
Snit was able to see what it was through his monocle.
Okay.
And the way that he described it, you can give me a check due to being a hunter.
Sweet. I get advantage. What kind of check?
I think we're going nature on this one.
Sweet. I get advantage on that. Okay.
Oh, and by the way, there's no body left. We disintegrated it. Because
Or rather,
Good.
that's just how they just decompose.
How I like it. Okay, so nature. Advantage. Oh, sweet. Okay. 19, 25.
25.
Mhm.
From the description of it and the way that it behaved, you're able to identify it as an invisible stalker.
Do I know what those are specifically?
They are elemental-like creatures that are normally ordered by spellcasters to hunt down and kill a single target.
Okay. Well, this was a stalker. They're usually sent by powerful beings, usually anyone who could use magic, and sends them off as assassins. This might be focusing on someone in particular. Could be Reiju due to her being previously hunted, or the information that was shared the other day. It's hard to say at this point who the target actually was.
I mean, if you didn't get that, you didn't get that decent roll, you would have found out who that target was.
They'd be dead, but you would have found out.
guess it's
Yeah.
good that we killed it first then.
Well, it's an elemental being of shadow. They can easily be recreated and more can come. This is not the only one. They can keep sending them out if they wish.
We'll have to keep on our guard. then.
Oh, gotta go on a mage hunt.
Yeah, with all the
Yeah.
powerful mages hunting us right now.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of magic users that hate us.
Get any more, we'll have to tell them to take a number.
Yeah, so I
Uh.
say we be vigilant. Snit, who's not here at the moment, Snit should probably keep an eye out with that special monocle piece that he has just in case.
I think he's getting ready for it now that he knows what he's looking for.
Yeah.
I'll keep my senses open too.
Then again, I almost walked into a oasis full of a snake. Ugh,
That's not good.
no,
Oh, how did we forget to tell that part of the story?
because it wasn't as important. Let's be honest.
It would have been if you woke it up.
True. It didn't bother us. We didn't bother it, although
Wait.
I almost did.
What do you mean? Didn't it try to like sucking you into the water the moment you touched it?
Oh no,
You-
no! It was the water was poisoned,
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
like it was literally like
heavily
oh,
poisoned.
Yeah. It's to the point where I probably would have just fallen face first into it.
Oh no, it's sleepy time poison.
Yeah, I would have gone forward because I was walking forward at that point.
He's dead,
But yeah.
Jim.
So if I can get vehicle handling checks from our two pilots here, and then
D6.
26, and this time Fox, you will be rolling the percentiles.
Damn it.
Haha.
This is violence time, baby.
This is violence
15.
15, okay, still good.
Didn't roll as well.
It is not violence time. I rolled an 88.
An
Maybe
88.
that's what I need for violence.
Are we about to see some serious shit? Come on, someone,
Second
anyone? Damn it.
second leg of the journey, still not bad. And as the sun is starting to like wind down now, you're coming to the area where the sandstorm had hit. as you can see, like freshly moved, like fresh sand, kind of giving a bit of like a border as to where you're at and traveling into it. And you can see that there are upturned palm trees, large like chunks of sandstone that had been uprooted. Like this sandstorm was violent. Though as you start to go into this, you can see that the fresh set sand is also currently being disturbed, and like a large dune is like moving around off to the right of you, probably about a good 300 or so feet.
I feel like that's a check for someone that knows things about the desert.
Yeah, City Kid, give me a check.
Me. Nature check again?
Yeah, the desert children can give us nature checks.
Nat 20.
Oh, okay, never mind. Syra knows exactly what it is.
That is a 22.
22. Okay, both of you like instantly know what this is. This is something that you've been warned to stay away from at all costs. Like, do not fight it. Do not try to tame it. Like, you see the sand moving in this size, you get away from it. As you're looking at the movements, the underground movements at this point in time of a Sapphic worm.
Big worm. Turn. Follow Nyrix now.
Yeah, follow me. And I will do my best to avoid it.
Yeah, Minako will stop mending earth to avoid disturbing the ground.
Okay.
Until Cyrus says it's safe to start moving it again.
Yeah, we make a wide berth around. I don't care how long it takes.
Okay.
Proceeding with extra caution.
I will make a perception check for this.
Cast something since I know how bad this is.
Doesn't seem to catch your attention, but yes, you can cast something if you want.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Probably a good idea, since you're on a motorcycle that causes very large vibrations.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, warning, poof.
Sometimes that's how I catch my dinner.
All of a sudden, all the sound gets a little muffled.
Nothing like a little roadkill
But
on the weekend.
again, thankfully, due to some good rolls and some amazing nature checks, you guys leave the worm undisturbed.
And both of us probably know in unison that like we're gonna wait until we're like way out of its range before starting up like bending earth and all that stuff again to even suggest it.
Okay.
It's
Checking to see how far I can see. I'll ask Snit because he probably has farther vision than me right now. Snit, let us know when that lump looks like very far away, like when you can't see it anymore. Let us know.
And it takes about 15-20 minutes to put enough distance between the two of you before you're given the okay to circle back onto the correct path.
Oh, Minako, she could start mending.
But
Yeah.
as you go off this beaten path and then start circling back, you see a small collection of spires kind of jutting up from the sand, almost as if it was unearthed by the recent storm. Very intricately carved sandstone pillars.
Guys, I know we like going off, touching shit we shouldn't. I'm not saying we shouldn't do this. Let's make a note of this. Let's get to the druids. We have a day and we are running on limited time. Please listen to me one time.
I'm in full agreement on that one.
You're muted again.
You did it again?
There you go.
No, yeah.
Okay. She says that she's worried about the tattoos and would feel safer among her people.
Okay. So
And Minako will write down in her grimoire, like around where she saw it.
at the end of the second leg right there, the sun is starting to go down. It is starting to be transferring from day to night. It's up to you guys if you want to push a little bit more, or if you're gonna.
Do we see like bonfire lights in the very far distance?
You do not.
Okay. Then I think it's a good time to rest. Muted again.
Working.
Yes.
Isn't resting the problem?
Well, you
Maybe
know
we
that.
shouldn't even sleep tonight.
I don't think that really
Yes,
matters.
take a point of exhaustion. What can go
I don't-
wrong?
Because regardless, I don't think that's actually going to help. I will try to do something on this end while that, if it happens tonight, it may not. Just
The rest of the group think. What do you guys think?
Has Bernard been sleeping this whole time?
Nope.
No, but seriously, isn't going to sleep the thing that triggers the next movement of the eyelids?
It possibly.
Yeah,
triggers-
we've never confirmed that. The only thing that going to sleep has done has given certain people nightmares that are related to that.
yeah. And as far as I know, I've gotten rid of those as well.
Yep.
Zelark, on the other hand,
It's still not there.
is
We
being
wouldn't have
crafty.
left him. Could we have like another excuse? Like have him just.
No,
be-
he-
I think he has his ways.
He has his ways. He's with you. It's
Yeah.
just you don't know where he's at. Nerix kind of scared him.
Good. Nerix would vote to push on just a little bit more.
So
Then
can I
someone-
perceive to locate Zelark by the puddle of urine that would be pooling around?
Yeah, can
his
we all
feet?
smell it?
He
His
didn't
stained
pee
pants.
himself.
Or the smell of alcohol just coming, like empty bottles. There's a suspicious.
Also,
pile
like
of
I'd
empty
like to
bottles.
point out, you all smell. Minako's the only one that took a bath.
I use prestidigitation to clean myself, actually.
That's true.
I'm a kobold. I don't have sweat glands.
Tara for sure washed up over by those waters and the mushrooms, but she doesn't have to just.
Does our house not have a shower?
Yeah,
I'm
it
sure-
does.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
everyone's
what-
going outside to take a bath, has a fully functioning bathroom.
Yeah, I was
We
gonna say
didn't
if there's
know
a
this.
shower
We
inside.
didn't know this.
Otherwise,
It's
Nerix
a
is
functional
totally
living
used.
space.
Yeah, otherwise, I mean, Nerix would be using that every single day because I assumed there was
Yeah,
one,
it's
and
like-
if not,
here's-
she's totally accustomed to sand baths.
It's like, here's a state of the art, high functioning house. Oh, by the way, you got to shit outside.
Use the outhouse.
Oh, that brings a very important question, Rojan. When we pack up the house, is there like just a little hole off in the corner somewhere that smells really bad?
No?
There might
is
be
a-
if you actually made one.
Like it's an actual outhouse inside.
Anyways,
We wouldn't have plumbing.
All right. So if you're gonna push on for a little bit more, I'm gonna need another vehicle handling check.
guidance.
We're still talking about
Guided
it.
stick.
Guidance.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I don't know if
You're
we
very
decided
soft.
if we were pushing on or not, because Raging
Yeah,
wanted
we-
to rest.
I think
We're
Nerix
pushing on a little bit
decided
more.
for us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whoa! I said, hey, her vote was to push on, and y'all were like, that's cool.
Yeah, no, like and then all of a sudden we got
Don't
to
pin this on me.
outhouses. So let's do a
Rojan,
vote.
How far? Okay, so before you vote, how far are you looking to push on?
Like
Well,
a
how
couple
far away
hours.
are we?
Okay,
I
To
thought we were
inform the vote.
half a day away.
you are half a day away, so you are 12 hours away.
I think we should. Yeah, and
I would say
what
2 to
side
3
again?
hours.
Okay, if that's the case, she might relent from saying, push. So like it'd be okay to go for a couple more hours.
Like it's still early enough in the evening that it's like we would still get our full
Yeah,
rest.
you would still get your full rest. You're just
Okay,
pushing
yeah,
on a
yeah.
little bit more.
We don't need any
Yeah.
side activities. Everyone eat rations tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
While I'm still on my perch, can I bring out my rifle with the scope and just try to find like any indication of campfires in the distance?
Sure. Give me a perception roll.
27.
27. With the combination of your goggles and your rifle, you're able to see that you're still on the right path, and you can see just like the small flicker of lights out on the horizon indicating campfire.
Okay, I'll let everybody know that I see campfires over there and confirm with Syra that that's about the direction we're supposed to be going.
Is that direction that?
Yep, that's
the
it.
campfire's the same.
That's
Okay.
about the direction of the oasis.
Okay, sorry, we'll confirm that. Just head there.
Okay. I just need vehicle handling rolls this time.
25.
31.
31. You guys are perfectly fine. You travel for about 2 or 3 more hours and pull the vehicles off to the side. Get ready to make camp. Now, since you are technically in the house, you don't have to do any watches, as you are protected. You still can if you want.
Minoko will take a watch because of her cards.
Because of violence.
Yeah, Nerix would take a watch as well, just
Okay.
out of habit.
Alrighty.
The only thing Reggie does is make sure that everyone has their damn dream catchers. So
Just
other than
staple
that-
it to their chests.
No. Above their beds.
I mean, pain will keep you awake.
Is that?
I mean,
that's what we're trying to avoid. Maybe I don't know.
Minako said there was blood in the air, so I mean,
There
a
is-
staple in the chest will do that.
That is pretty violent.
You remind me of one of my college teachers
All right.
that used to be a Marine.
So, Minako,
Yes.
go ahead and give me the first watch.
What do I roll?
Like, whatever skill you want to use for it.
Does survival work?
Survival most definitely works. That's what I normally use. Spam survival.
Oh well, that's a 12.
Oh, okay. Now go ahead and give me percentiles.
You did promise violence.
The cards did. We didn't.
Oh boy. 39.
So the moment you're like, you're doing the watch outside. Yeah, anyone doing the watch has to do the watches outside. They can't just like look out the window. There's
No
just
glass dome at the top. to
no,
just-
no. There's no glass dome at the top. That would be horrible in during the day in a desert. It's like, here, let me cook you.
Well,
It's
a giant
you can
transition
make it a
lens.
separate. Yeah, you can make a separate.
Well, it's a good thing we don't have it out during the day, huh?
So
It's a giant
there's
transition
just-
lens. It just goes dark when it gets bright.
So you there's just something in the air the moment you walk out tonight. It just, you almost like smell fire just from the get-go. And you have this just unease just crawling up like the back of your neck. But as you're keeping your watch, you're paranoid that something's gonna just like jump out of the shadows, wanting your blood. Nothing comes. And then as Nerix comes out for her watch,
Yeah, she'll warn her about the smell of fire.
you don't even get halfway through your warning as large bolts or like large balls of flame begin to streak through the sky
Like meteors or like
Like
actual,
meteors.
fireballs?
like meteors.
Want to try to grab Mina as quickly as possible and chuck her inside.
They're not headed towards the house.
Oh,
They're headed towards the camp.
No, never mind.
the camp that
The druid camp.
No.
Oasis.
No.
I did say it's where we were going. Oh no.
Raid you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna murder you.
Yeah,
Hey,
Nerix is
I
not.
gave that warning.
She immediately bursts through the door and she's screaming at this point for Syra.
Sarah bolts upright.
We
What?
need to
What's
go
happening?
now.
Okay.
The circle's
why?
being attacked. The circle is being attacked with the meteor shower happening.
And
Uh,
Minako's
not
waking everybody
natural.
else up.
Syra uses
Oh,
thaumaturgy to scream at everyone to get up and get moving.
Just already in
And-
her gear and,
And
going.
just like
Brightens all
like
the
that,
lights.
Minako is once again very pissed off at Reiju.
Nyrix is really quickly going to pull out that gold box, and she's going to scoop up the shattered pieces of the mirror and throw them in the air
Okay.
and look for her and say her mother's name.
And when you say your mother's name, you see her running through the camp. A scythe in, like, not a scythe, but a sickle in hand, as it looks like she's in combat with these strange skeletal-like creatures. Like, their bones are completely charred black, and they carry these strange twisted snake-like blades. And you can see people in the background as well, locked in combat with these creatures. And then two robed figures kind of just like walking through all of this chaos. The robes just this soft, like, midnight blue color, almost giving off an eerie glow in the night.
Do those creatures look recognizable?
Mina, is this the robed thing that Reiju talked with?
She'll look at it. Does
It most definitely looks like the robes that one creature was wearing.
Do those skeletal creatures look familiar, as far as like what they could be?
They just look to be like summoned skeletons.
Okay, nothing
Or
special.
just starts crying and is.
Yeah, Minako
screaming
will
for
just
people
tell.
to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Minako's gonna grab Cyrus, like, don't look.
Syra, get on the bike now.
She jumps on the bike. Nyrix.
And we're
Mina?
going, and I just leave.
Alien, stay with them.
Are
if
you?
can.
Who is anyone else following?
Yeah.
Yeah, Snit's packing up the house the second everybody steps through the door. How long does
Are
that
you
take,
jumping on the
actually?
bike with us? Because Syra invited you to. Just want to see.
Callie's just gonna run after the bike. She's fast enough on foot.
Yeah,
Freaking
who
fast
did-
enough, Jesus.
Who did Cyrus invite?
Mina.
Am I allowed?
Nope.
She'll bash Nyrix and just pull you into the sidecar.
Nyrix, in a very childish manner, peels out, trying to throw you out as she leaves. She ain't got time with this shit.
You're in the sidecar.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
Doesn't mean there's no
Minako will duck-
seatbelts.
Yeah, Minako's gonna duck down so she doesn't get like sand in her face because she doesn't have her goggles. She doesn't have goggles. I
She
mean,
needs a fighter with her. That's all. She needs all the
Okay.
battle people she can grab in a sidecar.
So the
Throw
four
them
of
in.
you take off. Bernard, Snit, Reiju, you load everybody up on the thing. Like pressing the button on the house, it's like almost instantaneous fold in. It's not necessarily anything that takes too long.
Simon and Ollie just get on the skiff and wait because they're not with Syra
Okay.
right now.
And Bernard will take the technically the helm of the skiff itself.
We go.
Holding
Yeah.
onto the mast.
Full bore.
All right. So you go full bore for the next couple hours.
Casting guidance.
Like
constantly
every now and
necessary.
then another meteor comes just streaking through the sky and then impacting near the camp. The entire area is now just emblazoned in this bright glow of flame.
Yeah, she's just gonna keep driving. She's completely focused right now.
Yeah. I'll deal with the exhaustion later.
Okay.
Yeah, she basically just focuses on her training and just goes after the target.
Guidance.
Minako's trying not to look terrified at what she's seeing because this is destruction beyond
new.
her ability. But she tries to maintain like composed because she understands the panic that's going on next to her.
Okay. So you push and you just flooring it as fast as possible. And you do make it to the outskirts of the camp. At this time, the fires have died down a bit. Remnants of broken skeleton scattered all across the sands. Random bodies of the clan members laying lifeless as well on the ground.
I immediately look for my mom.
Same.
My grandma.
I shout out their names.
You
Yeah,
pull the
screaming.
you kind of
Thaumaturgy to make it louder.
you kind of pretty much pull like Akira stop the bike and you just jump off and you run into the camp.
Yeah, I don't even care. My bike's falling over. Don't give a shit. Just running straight.
Thaumaturgy screaming.
Yep. And as you guys start to run in, the skiff pulls up alongside of it.
Jump
Are there
out,
any more of
start
the
looking for-
any more of the creatures around?
The
The
skeletons,
skeletons?
no. The skeletons look to have been taken care of. Though as you're
Okay.
running through, you're noticing that the impact marks where these meteors hit, there's skeletal debris all over like the impact indentations. And like you start to put two and two together that these weren't just meteor swarms. These were giant balls of flaming
Of bone,
skeletons thrown into the camp.
As we approach the camp, I'm going to switch my vision over to looking through Ruger's eye in
Okay.
case he picks up anything that's noteworthy.
When Ogre's eye, when you
Ooh.
activate when
Ogre
you
in my
when,
head. I don't think I can handle that.
when you activate Ruger's eye, you can see the entire area just has these blue wisps of highly condensed necrotic magic kind of just like emanating up out of the ground, mostly from like where the skeletal parts are and the impact craters of where the meteors hit. But
As we all like move into the camp and disperse and people look for whatever they're looking for, my focus is going to be trying to find either a source of these skeletons, some sort of controller, a person or a mage or whatever, or somebody in a cloak similar to what we saw.
Reju's just looking for survivors at this point.
you notice that there are a couple survivors. Like there are indeed survivors in here, and they are helping the wounded, and they're helping the and they're like looking through the dead. But those of you as you're running through the camp, Syra's voice just booming out. You come to where your grandmother, the archdruid's tent, is normally located in the camp. And there you can see that there are 3 blue cloaked figures. And behind them, your mother is sort of like cradling your grandmother, who's a bit bloody and passed out. Or you hope to be passed out. And one of as the collective group approaches, the cloaked figure in the back sort of stands up. The brown gem amulet that your grandmother wears dangling from his hands, as he kind of looks over, just gives a very knowing nod to the group. Miss Vanille, I must say that our conversation did prove a little inspiring, to say the least.
Can I do something? Because I'm about to do something seeing him holding
Yeah,
up the
and
pendant
this
and
is-
standing in
Yeah.
front of my grandma.
You can,
Charge.
but it will be next week.
God.
No!
No!
Oh
No.
fuck.
Real hour.
Real quick.
One more hour.
You're
One more
so
hour.
evil.
Ooh.
We started late.
Yeah, we did start late.
One
Real
more
quick.
hour.
There
Siren wants
is-
mass destruction.
There is not enough time, and we have the Halloween game tonight.
That's true.
That's true.
That's
Real
true.
quick,
This would
though.
not be a quick thing. This would not be.
I've
quick.
got 10
I
minutes
didn't want
till
to-
4. Oh, well, we
I
did.
didn't want to disrupt the narrative that was already going on, but the second the skiff would have stopped, Snit would have told Scrappy to find a place to deploy, because he wants to back the tank ready to go if it need be.
Yes.
Quick, throw grandma in it.
I am, yes.
I'm about to lay
but-
down some angry druid rage.
Yeah, same.
Screams
Yeah,
in
it's-
Tiefling
it's
sisters are gonna go like
screams in
just
nature.
Coastal.
Yeah, the sisters are going
Snits in the
apeshit
air.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're gonna have to wait until the next time before we can
Motherfucker.
get to the start of this fight.
Oh, there's gonna be some drama next time. There's gonna be some drama.
Yeah,
If the
so
next
much
session
drama.
doesn't open with Syra yelling, "You killed me, Ma," I'm gonna be very, very upset.
You killed my Mima.
He is absolutely like Razor is absolutely livid that he dares speak her name after the fact, after all this destruction. Oh, she is regretting all this shit. She's mad.
Yeah.
You're about to
Rage
see a
is-
mad
I
Razor.
bet Rage is gonna be feeling a lot of things.
Oh yeah,
A lot of
regret,
Primarily
guilt.
pain. Primarily pain.
Walk
Oh,
through
yeah.
the destruction. That's gonna be a lot of heavy for Raju. I feel
Uh,
bad for
Yeah.
her. Honestly, that's a lot of heavy.
And guess who doesn't let things go?
Oh, you're gonna have to let go of something.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm putting these dice away because I'm literally gonna have them
For
need to
Halloween.
use them for
You
Halloween. in a
you
couple
get like a
hours.
3-hour break
Yeah, but you know what I'm doing in those 3 hours?
prepping.
I'm playing New World.
Hey, there you go.
I gotta go raid in an hour.
Hey, good luck with that. Seriously
So-
though.
Deal with my
Thank you
character's
so
trauma.
much, everyone, for tuning in today. I'm sorry that we're ending on a traumatic note. No, I'm not.
No, you're
No,
not.
That's the
That's
best
a
kind
lie.
of moments.
That's a
That's
lie.
the best kind of moments.
DMs live for the traumatic moments for their
I
characters.
oh man.
But I
Oh,
will say
yeah.
that this is going to be a very interesting fight because there are 3 members of the collective present.
Yeah.
Which is great because I was so hyped up to show what these guys had like in their control when you encountered the first one and he was just able to walk. I'm like, damn, these guys are fun. But now there's 3 of them.
Oh, so you expected us to actually like go to town? on
I
this
actually
guy.
Oh,
expected
he
you to
was
fight
he was
him.
giving
He-
so many hints. He was like, "He's just walking
so
by,
many hints.
guys. He's
dude,
walking by. Are you
uh,
just gonna let him walk
he-
by? Okay, he's
he-
walking by."
Yeah,
No,
you
it
chose
was
the
so
wrong
painful watching
person.
that. It was so
he
painful. I was
over-
like, guys.
He overconfidently anime villain walked away from you,
Yep.
treating you
If-
like you were not an
Even
issue.
Zellark was like, "Okay, bye."
I-
I was
if
like,
I
"Dude,
hadn't
he's
have
giving so
been-
many hints."
If I
Well,
hadn't
I mean,
been
if I saw
paralyzed,
flying
I would have
fireballs
tried
flying-
to take that pendant from him.
I knew Callie would.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not used to seeing fireballs flying through the air. I'm kind of glad I didn't start that fight back then.
Those were
With only
fireballs.
4
Those
they're
those
skeleton balls.
Skeletons.
they
They're
were
skeleton delivery
they were
systems.
necrotic meteors. They what they are is they are just a bunch of skeletons that are jam packed together, lit on fire, and then summoned. And they
Good
crash down,
lord.
and the skeletons just kind of like scatter, and those who remain start fighting.
I
Good
want to
lord.
learn that spell.
I don't.
Keo would.
Keo would.
Yes, you would.
Zale would too.
Think of that, but instead of skeletons, it's witherlings.
Ooh. Good lights.
But that is going to do it for us this week, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is not the only show that we do. Coming up in a couple hours, we have episode 1 of The Hunt for Candy. Those of you who are participating in it, I sent you your equipment lists.
Yeah.
So make sure that your things are updated. But that is going to be running every Saturday for the remainder of the month, including the day before Halloween. So we have a little we got that in store, and then
That's the
on
conclusion too.
and then on Monday we have the continuation of Mass Effect Horizons. I almost said Andromeda again. Mass Effect Horizons, which is a 5th edition mod that Zorro is running us through. And then on Tuesday we have Destiny Forge, which is slowly but surely entering its finale, as this almost, was it 3.5-year campaign now is coming to an end.
Yeah.
Which is fine because
Level 17.
campaign 3 is right around the corner. But yeah, so that's taking place on Tuesdays, and then on alternating Saturdays we have 2 different games. right now you have us here on Withered Wastes, which is our little post-apocalyptic 5th edition campaign. And then on the other Saturday coming up, we have Wayward Wanderers, which is a Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign that Azarin runs a bunch of bar-burning murder hobos through. Weirds is one of them.
And that one, I'm actually a cowardly burn wizard, but I also have muscles. Don't get too close.
Yeah, you have to wait.
Squishy.
You have to wait 2 weeks before this fight picks up.
2 weeks of planning.
2 weeks
2
of
weeks
brooding.
of 2 weeks of guilt.
This is 2 weeks of Minako's
Oh, weirds.
savage.
It's not going to be over in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
This is just the
guilt will
beginning.
continue.
Oh, I know.
This is
Oh, God.
Like,
This is gonna be her life.
like I was struggling for a while after what happened with Reiju, what she did. I was like, how the fuck am I gonna get? Oh, never mind.
and then of
And
course
then you
Minako
said
has-
this to me.
And then
Yeah.
Oh, get ready for the fields train.
yep,
yeah.
here comes
and
the
then
fields train.
fucking-
Ah,
fucking
All
All right.
aboard.
Minako,
I
of
look
course,
forward to
would,
it.
Yeah,
would
and then,
draw the fucking bloodthirsty card.
yeah, Minako draws
Right.
Pot of Greed and summons 3 additional monsters to the field. So
Oh, jeez.
that's gonna be fun. But that's us in 2 weeks. So we are gonna head on out for now. We will catch you all at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time tonight for I just stabbed myself with a compass. Episode
do that.
1 of The Hunt for Candy
Mhm.
and Karma. Wow.
So
and
much
we'll
violence.
catch you then also on Monday for more Mass Effect. But until then, everyone, have a good one.